I mean, I think Stormcast is also like a good one.
Mm. Greetings, goers of YouTube. Call me Dr. Storm, and welcome to the very first episode of the Overcast podcast. And I am joined here today by my friends. If you would like to introduce yourselves.
Hyper here. On to you, Rafi.
Yeah, I'm Rafi.
You
Hello.
introduce him for him.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
It's the former Minor Beatles here.
Yeah. And a little show has come out recently called I don't know if you guys have heard of it, Hazbin Hotel. I only have an entire 2 videos on my channel about the show, and Beals only has a PFP of a character from the spin-off series in the same universe.
It's quite good, dude. Really fucking good design. I'm gonna take it myself. But we're here to talk about Hazbin Hotel, yeah?
Yeah, so what do we think of the show?
My personal opinion on the show is that it's extremely rushed, but when the moments hit, they hit perfectly for me, personally. I do have a bit
what moments you
of
think?
like such as the Lucifer and Charlie moments, the Alastor, pretty much any scene involving Lucifer, they just hit different, you know.
Yeah, I like
There's
more than anything in isolation. I just wish that what led up to it made it feel more impactful.
So what do you think they could have done in that situation?
But they kind of just made the episode with about Charlie and Lucifer into a fucking Alastor episode for some bizarre fucking reason.
Yes, because Mimsy took up way too much of the screen time.
Yeah. Not good.
Go
Too many characters.
They spent more time introducing us to Mimsy than they did like developing Vaggie's character.
Not only that, but Mimsy spent recapping Alastor's story, which was something that was done in the pilot. So those that watched the pilot learned nothing of significance.
There were slightly more details, but not enough to really justify telling it again. And like, that's another problem with the show. Like they know you've watched the pilot, but then they also have to account for people that didn't watch the pilot for free on YouTube. And the exposition in the very beginning is just very fucking stilted. Like, they're like, oh, you do this for the hotel. This happened a week ago. The entire point is that we're trying to redeem demons. That's the whole fucking point.
My personal opinion about the whole Alastor Mimsy shit is that the pilot should have aired on Amazon, at least in some sort of remastered form, and then they could have completely cut out the Mimsy stuff, because I didn't think it was really necessary, and it really turned out Mimsy was just like a nothing character. I mean, she was really only there to if you really think about it, she was really only there to give us tidbits about Alastor's backstory, and then have conflict with Husker, so that way we can find out that Alastor has a deal with another demon, supposedly, what's her name?
We don't know who it is, but it's heavily implied that it's Lilith, because Alastor and Lilith have both been gone for 7 years, and that's too big a coincidence.
Yeah, but I personally believe that, yeah, she could have been entirely cut from the episode. Could have got something more with Vaggie instead. The pilot, I feel like I said, should have been remastered and put on Amazon, and that should have been the first episode. And it would have been so much easier for not only new people, but it could have given us older fans something new that wasn't really shown in the pilot. Because I don't believe the pilot was fully full episode length, if I'm mistaken.
The pilot was actually longer than an Amazon episode.
Oh, okay.
It was like 30 minutes, so they took more time to do things. And I think that the pilot introduced you to everyone and set the premise a lot better than the show did in episode 1.
That's where my main issue is. This is my issue with most of the series, is that it's just way too fast. And then, but the consequence of it being way too fast is that I can't afford to give us nothing characters or nothing scenes, because it doesn't have that much time to explain itself in the 8 episodes.
I can't get invested in these characters. I'm sorry, you're not giving me the time
pacing,
to.
The pacing of the show affects the characterization of the and it leads to a lot of inconsistencies within the story as well.
And like that's just the biggest thing
Oh,
that everyone has been saying, not to sound like a broken record, is the pacing is fucked. It's moving too fast.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Like I say, it feels like
I just,
2 to 3 seasons of TV were put into one season, with that season being the first season.
Oh yes, like I can if this fuck I can't speak, I'm stuttering. If this season was like give it like 12 episodes or 16 episodes, just stretch it out so we can get like some more moments and some more backstory on most of these characters like Vaggie. Vaggie's moments in the series are just nothing because they don't really spend much time on her. And it's actually kind of sad because that's the biggest ship that's inside the series, but half of the ship most people don't give a shit about.
Like Vaggie has it so bad, her only songs are sharing a duet with fucking Carmilla Carmine, who's in 2 episodes and has 3 songs total for some fucking reason. And when she had that duet with Carmilla, they didn't even know each other at that point in time. And then she also just gets a sloppy seconds reprise of the Lucifer and Charlie song.
Sloppy seconds, you god, Bram.
I mean, am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it.
Yeah. So, Rafi, I see that you changed your PFP to Angel Dust.
Oh yes.
Is it because...
Probably like.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, you can go.
No, I don't know why actually. Just because it seemed more fitting. But yeah, I mean, I guess especially the
Meanwhile,
especially the episode focused about him was definitely my favorite episode of the series.
Yeah,
so.
Masquerade was just straight up the best episode. And, you know, it was kind of the best episode by default, but that doesn't really undermine, like, what it does well.
No, definitely. Like, if, like, more of the season was like that, just being focused on, like, a specific character and, like, their struggles, their backstory, their whatever, it would have been just so much better.
That too. That too. Overall
Like,
lack of focus in the story.
Because Vaggie
like,
has
really,
that... Vaggie has that arc in episode 3 where she doubts herself, like she can't help Charlie, but then it's also... But then we also have the fucking Alastor egg and Carmilla subplot for B that they clearly care more about. Because that has, like, the big song with Velvet and Carmilla. Which while the song is good and while it's well composed and well sung, it's like... It's episode 3. It feels like this should be in a different show entirely or something you save for season 2. Because we barely know our characters. Like, our main cast.
Yeah, I really wish it was just like more of a character focused show. Like, especially if we go like the last episode, like the conflict of well, I guess the reveal, with her being an angel and all.
Yeah.
I think that should have been just played out way more. Like, it was like not even the focus of like half the episode. It was like most of it wasn't even resolved with both of them talking, which I think is just fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's like we have Charlie being pissy to Vaggie for like a minute or two, but that's it. There's no other direct conflict between them. We don't see them we don't see the discord between them, and that's just insane to me that you have 2 other characters resolve their problems for them when they're not together in the same place.
Yes, on the topic of Vaggie, it's like the whole entire like falling out moment between Charlie and Vaggie was Charlie discovering that Vaggie was a fallen angel, which I guess makes sense that would hit her really hard, but for the audience, it kind of doesn't, because like majority of the characters in the series, they're a victim of the pacing of the story, because we don't really have enough time to really bond with them. Like Angel Dust and Vaggie, so you know that they're good characters per se. You don't really feel any of the moments that they have between them, except for maybe Angel Dust sing with Valentino.
I would say that Angel has some good moments that you can become invested in him with. My main critique with Angel is that like him in episode 6 where they use him as like say, oh, he did all the things on the list. See, it's like I kind of feel like I would have liked to have seen what happened in between Husk getting him on the path of redemption to what happened in episode 6.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I'm getting onto. Like with episode 4 with Masquerade, when that whole entire scene between Husk and Angel and him going to the club, it felt like the series was actually like taking its time
Yeah,
and going through the sequence of events between Husk roasting him at the bar admittedly and him going to the bar and talking to Angel. But everything after that just felt like it was skipped. It feels like there's
yeah,
something missing in between after episode 4 until into episode 6 cuz like I me personally, I don't buy the fact that Angel Dust just got over all his issues or most of his issues that quickly, especially when Cherry Bomb showed up. I just don't buy it. I know that the series is operating on like a 6 month between the first extermination at the beginning of episode 1 and episode 6, and it's like speeding through that. But I would have liked to see that type of character development between Angel Dust
I'm
and
I'm
Huskin.
sorry. I'm sorry. 6 months in 6 episodes.
yeah.
Hey,
It-
actually.
So
Yeah,
so
Hey,
within the entire season span, the entire season composed of like 22-minute episodes,
Eight episodes of
takes
those.
place across 8 episodes, 6 months. That
Yes.
is Jesus.
Why do we have to make like the extermination the deadline? It's like, why can't we just see these characters interacting? Why can't we learn about Charlie and like why she wants to redeem sinners and like how she struggles? Like we barely even see what she tries to do to redeem sinners in the show. We only
There's
really
a lot
get
you
like
can do.
we only really get episode 2 with that Sunday school bullshit and like the trust exercise in 3, and that's it. We don't see how else she tries to redeem them. We don't really get much insight into what her ideals of redemption are, like what she thinks it takes to redeem people.
Hmm.
And I
I
think it's a
mean,
missed
at this
opportunity.
point,
I
it kind
fully
of feels
agree.
like a clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I fully agree.
This,
Yeah, all of this is really just it all comes down to the pacing, I think, you know. I mean, if they
Mm-hmm.
just had more time and just didn't try to tell 6 months
Yeah.
in 8 episodes, would have been just infinitely better.
I think some of the best stuff with
uh,
Charlie is in episode 4 because like Vaggie's like,
mhm.
why don't you like use your authority more to like try and get Angel off time off, and she tries to do it in her own way without being mean, and she realizes that she made things worse for Angel, and it's like she understand and like she understands like when she's talking to Husk is like, look, don't look. I tried to get involved, and I tried to get directly involved, and like it didn't work out too well. Just like follow him and make sure he's okay. And then by the end of the episode, you can tell that she's sorry, of course. And then Angel's like, oh, it's all right, Charlie. Thanks for caring about me. Like they both forgive each other.
That was sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think that
Yes.
that is unironically some of the best character work for Charlie because she's in the wrong. She acknowledges in the wrong. The episode treats her like she's in the wrong, and she learns something from this.
Hmm.
But then it's just like it sucks that that's the best some of the best stuff Charlie gets. Like
Mhm.
her fucking daddy issues with Lucifer feel half baked. We don't even really know why they were so estranged from one another aside from just Lilith and Lucifer had a divorce.
Yeah, like headcanon like that, I guess.
And
It's like
then their problems just resolved by the end of the episode. After fucking Alastor and Lucifer pitching match, fucking Mimsy, it's like, and we're somehow to the point where they've reconciled.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
what it's so strange like yeah, why did Lucifer never contact Charlie or the other way around? Like I don't
We
understand like
just
where did
don't
this like schism like between these two even emerge
we
from?
just don't have enough information, I don't think.
It's like from the
Because we
people
know
say from the divorce,
Charlie was inspired by
but
Lucifer to dream and enact her dream to redeem sinners. But then they didn't see each other much because of a split between Lilith and Lucifer. We even see Charlie has resentment towards Lucifer for letting the exterminations happen at the beginning of the episode, and Lucifer just doesn't keep track of Charlie and only calls her when he needs something, and then all of a sudden they're just okay by the end of the episode.
Yeah,
yeah, like
that's
these
odd.
type of these type of relationships and divides and like families like this, I don't think that like in that episode they just they just need more time.
Yes.
And that's something that I don't even think I can fully blame Vivzy for this. I don't even know, because I'm pretty sure, isn't it like one of the things in Amazon where they do 8 episodes first or something?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so I can't even really fully blame Vivzy for that.
Because Rafi, the boys and Invincible are both 8 episodes, right, per season?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, should be.
I'm pretty sure.
Good
Yeah.
thing
So
that came out of
yeah.
that song. It was their song. Lucifer and Charlie's song was a banger. I love that song.
I like
know
the
for a
song
fact
too. I just
Invincible
wish
is
it
eight.
meant more with what we had.
100%.
Was I gonna say something else?
I just realized.
Sorry, go.
What's up? No, I just realized something. Why did Vaggie speak at all? Like in that episode after Lucifer appeared?
The fact that we're having a hard time recalling
I
is
struggle to
evident.
think of a time when she did. I
I
honestly
don't think
don't
she
think
did.
she might not have had any lines. You might be right. Because she had lines after
Oh
Lucifer.
my.
She had lines after Lucifer left, where she's like, "Oh, we're going to heaven. Oh, yay!" But now that you think about it, I don't think Vaggie had any lines with Lucifer.
That would have been interesting, but I guess they wanted to like keep the fallen angel stuff from Vaggie. But it would have been interesting to see like maybe like in some sort of flashback, she tries to talk to Lucifer about that because he is the fallen angel.
Or Lucifer,
cool dialogue.
Lucifer figures it out. That would be interesting too.
Yeah. Like imagine he just sees her as like, yeah, that has to be one of them.
I mean, well, then again, fucking Charlie didn't even figure out that. Fucking Charlie didn't even figure out Vaggie was an exterminator, even though fucking Carmilla Carmine did after meeting Vaggie for 2 fucking minutes. When Charlie is like when Charlie is invested in the exterminators and like would probably know more about what they look like than anyone else.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what my main problems are with this season is mostly just just the pacing and like lack of weight behind a lot of the relationships. It's just not very clear on many of these relationships on like how they got here and what steps did they take to get here. In the case of Angel Dust, right? And for Vaggie, it's just like they don't have enough time with Charlie for me to like have any sort of emotional investment. Like their final kiss at the end of episode 8, I think it was.
Yeah.
I didn't feel any sort of like, wow, it finally happened, because it's like
anything I felt was
obvious.
because of like the spectacle, how it looked and whatnot, how well it was composed.
Entirely carried by the animation, like Demon Slayer. I'm playing, but like it's just like I just wish they would have spent more time between these two. But I'm praying to the stars. Season 2 is not only longer, but actually goes into the relationships between these characters a lot more, and focuses a lot less on Alastor. So recently, like he ate up most of season 1. I know people like him and all, but like, come on, come on, man.
Yeah.
Also, something on the side here. The show's overall color is way too much into the red.
Yeah, and this is coming from someone whose favorite color is red. Like, I love red.
I love red. There are shots in the show.
Red. Sorry.
There are shots in the show that like have very little contrast because of the fact that all of the characters have some sort of red undertones to them.
Yeah, and it makes hard to know what you're looking at.
And it makes scenes hard to follow at times, especially fight scenes.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, don't get me started on the fight scenes, dude. Holy shit. The final fight was
Why did Adam fucking rush towards Charlie and Lucifer when he could have just shot them with a holy beam like he's been doing?
I don't fucking know, bro.
Why since when can Charlie summon Velvet Crow's Demon Claw from Tales of Berseria?
I have no fucking clue, man. Oh wait, was this from God damn it, what is her mom's name? Lilith's side of the family.
The powers are not very defined in Hazbin. Like, Alastor just seems he seems too overpowered for me.
I've heard people call him Evil Bugs Bunny, and that's man.
I saw this
like,
one tweet
one
bring
time
up.
he's
Sorry, go.
go ahead. It's like one time he's like summoning tendrils and tentacles. He gets giant.
Yeah.
He can like summon other demons and stuff. He can even like well, I guess no, the change thing that has to be due to Huska's contract. I'll drop that.
Yeah, it's
like,
more of like it's like a visual representation of their contract. Yeah.
oh yes, okay. It's like super strange on how their powers work, especially when it comes to Adam and pretty much all the angels. Like the angel fight, the fight scene at the end to me made absolutely no fucking sense because I'm looking at the fight and I'm seeing Cherry Bomb somehow killing angels with bombs. I'm like, how is that possible?
I think there's angelic gunpowder inside because we see some of the bombs later have like yellow explosions.
It's like, but for me, it's like, where is angelic gunpowder? What?
And that's another problem with the show. Visipop fucking sucks at world building. Like, I had my whole big rant about this. Is like, you're telling me the angels didn't know for like tens of thousands of years that their own weapons that they designed for killing can kill them. Like, that's fucking insane. Like, if angelic weapons, if residents of Hell have had access to angelic weapons all these years, there's absolutely no way in fuck that nobody would have tried to use it on an exterminator up until this point.
100%. Yeah, I'm listening to this. Oh, angels can be killed by angelic weapons, and then somehow Vaggie doesn't know about this. And when she said that line, I was just like,
we all just like, wait, what the fuck? I had to pause when we were watching, so that we could She explicitly says angelic weapons. It's that simple. How has no one else figured this out? That is a valid question. And Carmilla's only response is like, "Oh, angelic steel is hard to come by, and those who have it aren't rushing out to text an exorcist." But like, why? Like, we literally see that the angels just leave their fucking weapons in the ground for anyone to take.
And it's like, Vaggie, if you're a fallen angel and you know this, you've been trained in heaven, you should know that that shit can hurt you. Hell, look, let's even discard that.
Well, that's the thing.
You got your left eye cut out.
Yeah, exactly. She got hurt by that before. Like, what the fuck?
She bled to the... And, like, Adam didn't know in episode 8, and he was fucking there when it happened to Vaggie.
I mean, didn't he also say, like...
her fit.
What were you saying, Rafi?
Never mind, but still, it's just so...
No, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
It's fine, but goddamn it, it's just so fucking, like... didn't he kind of reference it earlier in the season as well? Wasn't it something like that?
Maybe.
I mean, he said we can't let them catch on.
We can't let them catch on. I thought that was Adam saying... I thought that was Adam saying that they, like, implying that he knew that they could always be killed. But apparently not, according to episode 8. It's like, apparently Adam found out for the first time there. Which, you know, the line still makes sense with that context.
Okay. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, anything else we want to say about the show before we move into the videos?
I think that this entire... I think what this entire issue with the whole episode 8 battle, what could have been remedy is Vaggie going with Carmilla to get these weapons and showing us that yes, these weapons do exist. Like, when Husk pulled out angelic cards, I'm like, wait, why do you have angelic cards, bro? I didn't understand that.
The cards didn't even look angelic. They looked like black.
Wait, so they were killing them with... Oh my lord.
We don't see Husk kill anyone with cards on screen, so it's technically not a flaw. It's probably just an oversight or an editing error. There's bigger problems with the show.
Okay. It wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time. Okay. Okay, maybe I'm just going crazy about that fight. I was super confused throughout the entire fight.
Yeah, they had to fit it in like fucking 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair. We can't have Avengers Endgame fights in episodes.
Right. Rafi, anything else you were gonna
See what
say?
the videos are.
No, I don't think there was.
All right.
Really. Just a lot of missed potential, really.
Yeah, pretty disappointing. I mean, there's good stuff about it, like the animation is good, voice acting's good, even though they should have kept the original voice actors. And I'm still pretty pissed about that.
So good.
And then the songs are good, and like there's plenty of stuff that's good in isolation, but when you put it all together, the writing is kind of bad.
Except the Cannibal Town song, that one sucked. That one sucked. But next,
Whatever It Takes is the worst one, I think.
whatever it takes. Which one was that one?
The Vaggie and Carmilla duet.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
We're
The
not
game
crying,
ones.
you're crying.
Oh no.
Fucking Hazbin Twitter. Alright.
The roast on that song on Twitter were fucking
Yeah, and then I post fucking Walrus Guy's YouTube poop where Yoshi dies and then Mama Luigi buries him and threatens to kill Link, but Link wants to die.
Let's get into it. Let's get to it.
Alright, so anything else you wanted to add, Hyper?
Nah.
Alright. But yeah, that's our thoughts on the show. As you can see, disappointed. But we want now that we have our thoughts, we were gonna I wanted to watch some I wanted to show you guys some Hazbin Hotel reviews I found recently. We might watch, there's one I want to get to for sure, and then depending on time we could get to the other video, another video, or one other, or both. So the first video is actually, let me just share it with you guys. So the first video is called Was Hazbin Hotel Season 1 Good? And in the thumbnail it says yes. In small letters.
Alrighty.
Alright, so let everyone let me know when you're in.
I'm in.
So this is just like an EFAP style thing where we'll watch the video, pause it to go on tangents, discuss things, and just continue.
I did. So recently, Hazbin Hotel just finished their first season, and I'd say it'll be interesting to take a look at.
Oh yeah, I guess I should say, the channel is Supermando Live. I think I actually first saw this guy when he was roasting. I saw this guy. He had a video that came out like a week or so ago where he was roasting Dr. Skipper's Godzilla Doesn't Work in America video. Yeah, that one got a lot of backlash.
Every single Hazbin Hotel episode and review it, and then at the end rank it, and to see if the show is actually good. Lights, camera, action.
Hold on, is this okay, there we go. I thought it was 720. So yeah, this is the ultimate Hazbin Hotel review.
Oh
dear.
yeah.
In 24 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, for some background on Hazbin Hotel. Hazbin Hotel was created by the YouTuber Vitsipop back when she was at the School for Visual Arts. And once it released, it became a huge success. And after it became super viral, it got picked up by A24 and Amazon, and now the show has released and became a huge success. I feel like I should say some things before we start the actual review.
What did we say? I guess the show would be a success, right? Or at least financially and in terms of views.
Yeah, it is a success in terms of financially and views, I think.
Yeah.
You can argue that. It has a following.
You could be successful without being with good quality. You know, tons of YouTubers prove that. Transformers movies prove that. Yeah.
I'm not a very good reviewer. If I could be
that is not a good way to start your review.
Jesus.
Oh dear.
Entertained by a product, either a movie or TV show, then I consider it good.
What do we think about those metrics?
I think one can be entertained by something, but also like notice its flaws.
But would we consider it good if you're entertained by it?
Not personally.
Because The Room is entertaining.
Probably.
But
I mean, it's
like,
a good watch, but it's not a good movie.
Exactly.
I'm not very critical about TV shows and movies. For example, I like Disney's Jungle Cruise. And that is a bad movie.
Oh, so you acknowledge that there is a difference between liking something and saying something is good, then? Which is weird, because you just said something that's entertaining is good.
Well, at least this is a review, not a critique.
It's a review where he says, I guess what would we distinguish between a critique and a review? Would they not be synonymous?
A review, no, because a review is more like a general overview of a show, while a critique is trying to pick out the bad parts about something. Like a critique is more focused on, like pointing out the bad things.
Well, I would
say
a critique could also pick out the good things.
Mm-hmm.
You could say, or we could say, critique. Yeah. Critique is like a synonym for review, but it's often like has a more negative connotation.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I think.
Now, the pilot for the first half is split into two parts. The first part focuses on Angel Dust and his friend that I forgot the name of, fighting the turf war with Sir Pentious. The other half where Charlie goes on the news to talk about the brand new Happy Hotel, which...
It's not really an A or B plot. Like, we see Angel Dust at the beginning, and then we see him later in the turf war, and, like, that's all the divergence we get between their plots.
Everyone makes fun of her for, and then she breaks out into song to try to convince everyone, and it didn't really work. But then it's revealed that Angel Dust,
the porn star,
you fucking would, Tom,
is the first guest of the Happy Hotel and is seeing some great
I miss Faye Mata voicing this character. No disrespect to Brandon Rogers, but Katie Killjoy with Faye Mata's voice would.
Until newsflash, turns out he's part of the turf war, and then somehow a huge fight starts. But then later on, when Charlie's all sad at the hotel, someone knocks at the door. And it's revealed to be Alastor, the radio demon, in which Alastor makes a deal with Charlie to help maintain the place because he just thinks his whole...
I just had to put a segment aside in my video on Hazbin about the Verbal stuff because it was a week before and it was too fucking funny to not to just ignore.
Whole thing is funny. And also Sir Pentious attacks the hotel and it didn't really work according to plan, so that sucks for him, man. Now before we continue, I have to say the fact that this even exists is already a huge accomplishment. If you don't know, it took them around 3 years to make the pilot. So the fact that this pilot...
Is the Super Mario 3D World music really appropriate, by the way?
Yeah, man, that's
good background music.
Even exists is already a huge accomplishment, and to have it be this successful is amazing. But
yes, it is.
I'm not a big fan of this pilot. I don't know what the issue is. Like, I don't think it's awful, but I don't think it...
Why are you using the Verbalace footage? Or is that the joke? You can tell us
either. But I do have some...
But the Verbalace footage was just edited in there like it was actually the show.
Like we wouldn't notice that.
Oh yeah, it had the fucking watermark and everything. Oh dear.
Oh god.
You can just notice the
do you think he knew and he was just being cheeky, or like I don't know.
He knew.
Positives. The whole premise of the show.
Oh, okay, yeah, there he is.
Show I think is really cool. Having the princess of...
But why? But I like, it's funny as this is. Why show Verbalace here? Why wouldn't you just show more of the show?
This is canon.
So where is Verbalace in the official Amazon series, and who did they get to voice him?
Vaggie killed him.
Morgan Freeman is Verbalace.
Oh my god damn it.
Or Giancarlo Esposito is Verbalace.
Oh god damn it.
Of hell try to rehabilitate sinners is already a pretty cool concept. That alone makes me want to watch the show. The characters are also pretty well written in my opinion. Personally, for me, the standout characters is Charlie and Alastor, and animation is really, really good.
I can't see how good the animation is because you use the pixelated Verbalace music video.
Totally fine if the entire series was animated like this. Like this
44 pixels.
Yeah, like it clearly isn't what hell looks like at all. It should look shitty.
This is so well done. I can tell you one thing I know for a fact. I'm like, yeah, I don't like this, and that is the music. And that's the issue I kind of have with all of Vitsy Pop shows. You know, Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel. At least the pilot for Hazbin Hotel is that
rewatching the pilot. I like the music in the pilot. Having the contrast between Charlie's version of the song and Alastor's at the end. The music in Hell of a Boss though, I don't care for. I kind of like Vacated Bone Town, but I honestly only think it's because Christina V is singing that song, and she's like one of my favorite voice actors ever.
There was what songs were? I haven't watched that series in like a year.
Yeah, the songs in Hell of a Boss are like whatever to me. The songs in
I guess 'cause they weren't made by-
Hazbin though, I really like. I really like plenty of them.
I heard it's because they have Living Tombstone helping them.
In what? In Hell of a Boss?
Hazbin Hotel.
Oh,
Hazbin.
is that so? I thought I would have heard about that more.
That's why all their songs are bussin'.
With the music. Like with Hell of a Boss, I don't think Hell of a Boss needed to be a musical. The only song I can remember from Hell of a Boss is 2 Minute Notice, and that's literally because half the lyrics are the word fuck. I don't think the show needed to be a musical because it just doesn't fit with the story they're trying to tell. Hazbin Hotel does work as a musical, like I think it perfectly fits.
I wouldn't even really consider Hell of a Boss a musical. It's just they have songs now and then.
And that's the problem.
Most
If you don't consider it a musical, then why on God's earth are there songs?
Because
in the show?
I would consider Hazbin a musical because there's 2 songs every episode. But Hell of a Boss, like you have like one song at most in episode typically, except for the mid-season finale, which is for season 2, which is explicitly titled as a musical.
The only real song that I actually kind of like is Inside Every Demon is a Rainbow, but I only really like the first 30 to 45 seconds
There's only 3 songs in the pilot, by the way.
of it, then after that it just falls apart for me. But other than that, I don't really know why I don't like the episode. It's weird. It's weird.
Also, he doesn't like Alastor's reprise.
What do you mean?
He doesn't like Alastor's reprise of the song, apparently, in the pilot. Hold on. Also, I want to go back here
Seconds of
quick.
it, then after that it just falls apart for me. But other than that, I don't really know why I don't like the episode.
You.
I didn't even know she was there.
Oh no!
She was
You ruined episode 5.
Oh no!
She wasn't.
Damn,
Some of these designs made it into the. Some of these designs were like designs that eventually did make it into the official series. I know. We also have like other characters that appeared like as themselves. Like the V's had cameos here, like Vox, Zestiel, and Carmilla, who had a completely different design in the pilot, also appeared earlier when everyone was getting out after the extermination.
But it's weird. It's weird. I don't get it. Trust me, if I understood why I didn't like the episode, I would be telling you, but I just don't know why I don't like the pilot.
So much better than the pilot.
Sorry, I don't know. We can cut the ads out.
Yeah.
Ooh, the power word of editing.
So I don't exactly know how to review a song or even a music video to a song, so I'm just gonna say this. I think Addict's okay. I'm not really a big fan of it, but I don't think...
So yeah, this is like a music video that this is like a music video that released not too long after the pilot came out.
It's bad. So I think it's just not really for me. Personally, I actually like Poison more than Addict, which might be a super hot take, but that is my take, and I am proud of my take. But I do think...
I would say Poison is a pretty well done sequence overall in the actual show.
Addict, I don't remember listening to it because it was a little while ago, but recency bias is telling me Poison. I can't speak. Fuck.
I don't know Poison, but I did enjoy listening to Addict. I think I did listen to Addict once, and then was like, oh, that's a pretty cool song.
I think it's weird that people are criticizing... My phone's going off. I find it weird that people are criticizing Poison but not Addict, when both songs share the same exact purpose. They're just different lyrically and everything else. But they both share the same exact...
Well, Poison was also controversial on Twitter because of the imagery. And Addict, from what I remember, I don't think Addict has as raw of imagery as Poison does.
No. I think it still has some. They still have some imagery there.
Because Poison is meant to make you feel uncomfortable. It's supposed to tell you that behind Angel's facade, like he is very much traumatized by his experiences and him working with Valentino, and like it is destroying him on the inside.
Exact purpose. If you're going to criticize one thing, you need to criticize the entire thing. You can't criticize one part of something when there's another part of it as well.
I kind of find it weird to like include Addict in this because like maybe Addict is canon according to VizzyPop, but you know that's like you could not watch Addict and you won't, or maybe there might actually be tidbits of Angel's story in Addict, but if there are, then like I think that should be in the show.
Supplemental content outside of the actual show has always been a detriment to a lot of media.
Yes, it has been. No pun
Oh
intended.
yeah, Rise of Skywalker. Fucking hell.
Fortnite. You need to play Fortnite to
Oh
hear Palpatine's
yeah, Fortnite.
message.
Not even that, but like a lot of like the fucking major plot things about why he's alive in the first place were just locked in like the novelization, which
Oh
is
God.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
like, or like what I like. I don't know, man. Like so much important info was just locked behind that, and it's just stupid.
I'll leave yeah, Star Wars sequels are already a shit show, but you know, Mauler already does a good a good job tearing those to shreds, so I don't think we need to here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Also, I just realized he misspelled overture.
Yeah. I saw. Overture.
The first episode begins with Charlie talking about the origins of hell and how the extermination came to be, which, by the way, I really love this opening. Her dad then calls and asks her to do the...
Why do you like it?
These fucking...
I saw so many people on Twitter roasting the opening. It's like, oh, but
Mostly for
Lucifer
me
was
'cause it
good.
unnecessary.
He was a fun, wacky top hat man that just wanted to make everything good.
The demon was good, and then he was not.
He wasn't a
That's
demon.
how
He was an
hell-
angel. He was just a dreamer. The elders just didn't understand him.
The angel was good,
When he
then he
came-
decided to be bad, and hell it started to exist.
I don't
The
think
end.
I don't think the show even really portrays Lucifer as bad. Just that he
I mean,
did.
he gave the humans knowledge and free will.
Well, that's similar
That's
to
about it.
Prometheus. That's similar to Prometheus giving the flame to humanity in
Yeah.
that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Or Oppenheimer giving the world the atomic bomb.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
meeting with the angel exterminators instead of him. I think angel exterminators, or is it just angels? I don't know. I might have to rewatch the show. But
I mean, both are valid. Both work. Why would you leave that in your video, like that you might need to rewatch the show?
her dad, who is Lucifer, by the way, asks her to do the meeting instead of him because he doesn't want to do it. And after that, the episode kind of splits into two parts. Charlie talking to Adam and Vaggie, and the rest of the gang make a commercial. Charlie tries to tell Adam her plan to rehabilitate sinners, and he is completely all against it. And as a matter of fact, he is actually moving the extermination from 1 year to 6 months. And the reason why is because one of the exterminators from the last extermination actually got killed by someone in hell, so they want revenge.
Also, I want you to remember, Carmilla wanted to keep this a secret, but she didn't hide the fucking body whatsoever. She just left it
Yeah.
out there
I wonder
for
what
the
this body
V's to
over
get their
here
hands on the heads.
Yeah, that's so weird. You could just throw it, but whatever.
You could have buried it.
Plot.
Take it with you,
Yeah,
maybe.
You could have fed it to Cannibal Town. No, fuck it.
Well, Cannibal Town would know, though. She wanted nobody to know. But, like, people are gonna know if it's just out there in the open, which now they think about it, how the fuck is this not on the news that an angel's dead?
Wait.
Because Velvet said they found the body during cleanup in episode 3. And the angels found it.
What?
And, like, we saw that there were clearly a lot of dead demons in the area when Carmilla was attacked. So, like, how do the other residents of Hell not know it? Like, it's out in the open. It wasn't hidden.
I forgot about Velvet saying some shit like that.
Velvet has Respectless and nothing else. That's it. That's all she has is that fucking song.
Oh, fuck.
Valentino is the only V that
great.
feels like he matters. Like, you could easily write Vox and Velvet out of the show. Like, Velvet's only purpose is we need Alastor to know that the angels can be killed, and we need to know Carmilla killed the angel. And Vox's purpose is Sir Pentious needs to stay at the hotel, and that's it. That's Vox's only significance.
And be a rival to Alastor.
That's not even really important, though.
Yeah, because, like...
That's not important aside from it being a motivation to get him to get Pentious into the hotel.
Yeah, like, maybe they'll explore that shit in season 2, because the V's really didn't do much of anything except for Velvet pushing the Hell versus Heaven war, and Valentino and Angel
The war wasn't even pushed, though. She didn't accomplish
I mean,
anything from that except for plot reasons for Alastor to find out.
what I meant by that is that she wanted to expose that the angels can't be killed to all the other overlords in order to get people on their side. So that way they could fight back against the angels. It was immediately shut down by Zestial, so.
And Carmilla. Just everyone else.
Yeah, that too.
For their death, I think. And that's the end of episode 1. And I got some things to say. First off, I want to say the animation looks amazing. The biggest issue I have with more modern day adult animated shows is that everyone feels super stiff. It feels like as if they are forced to use animation as a way to tell their jokes instead of using animation as a way to tell their story. And I really like what they're doing with Hazbin Hotel, with everyone being so animated. And also all the characters got redesigns and new voices. And personally, I really like all the new voices except for one, which we'll get to later. And I really like all the
Guess I want you to guess which voice he doesn't like.
Vaggie, 100%.
We'll see.
No one got dirty in the recasting except her.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
Man,
I'm scared
they
now.
just have a hate boner for her.
designs as well. Also, the music is really, really good. Just in general, the music is really, really good. And is a huge improvement over the pilot. Even in the first episode, one of my favorite songs plays, which is A Happy Day in Hell, which I've been playing non-stop since it was first released. But
I mean, the song's fine. It's nowhere near my favorite, though. I don't know. What do you
It's
guys
a song
think?
that I can listen to. It's a song that I can listen to if I'm going to rewatch the entire series. That I'm not going to get super mad or bored. It's something I can just listen to. Unlike the Carmilla and Vaggie one. Jesus.
I'm not a musical person in terms of like music's being in shows, so I'm mostly indifferent about most if not all of the songs in the show.
I just think I don't think the song's bad. I just think other songs are better, like "Loser Baby," "Poison,"
Yeah.
Hell is Forever," which is in the same episode. That's pretty fucking catchy.
Oh yeah, that one is really good.
personally, I feel like this episode's kind of all over the place. It's like as if they're trying to introduce the characters to an...
Oh, speaking of, there it is, Charlie's ninth finger, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They fucked up.
Oh dear.
You noticed that too? I've noticed that when I rewatched the episode.
I noticed it when I rewatched it too. It's like, wait a minute, wait a fuck.
Wait
a new audience while also continuing the story of the pilot, and I don't think they did a good job. The
You are correct. They did not do a good job.
only character that I think they did a really good job reintroducing is Charlie. I really like the way they did that, but everyone else I feel like as if
They did a good job reintroducing Charlie. How? Just because she was reading the storybook?
I mean, she is the protagonist, so I don't think she needed to be reintroduced in the first
I
place.
mean, even the dialogue introducing Charlie was done worse here than in the pilot. Like, it's just Vaggie and Charlie awkwardly saying stuff to each other. It's like, oh, you're reading the story? Yeah, it helps after an extermination. Have you heard from your mom? No. Oof. How long has it been? 7 years. Even stuff to like reintroduce her is done clunkily, I think.
they did a better job introducing them in the pilot. For example,
Oh, yeah.
Alastor. In the show, he just kind of randomly appears in the beginning, while in the pilot, we actually have a proper introduction to the character. Same with Angel.
Yeah, and his fucking backstory is actually told here, and instead of fucking episode 5.
He just randomly
Thank
appears,
you.
and then they mention the fact he's a porn star, while in the pilot, we actually see him do his profession. And Vaggie...
Well, we don't see him fuck people, but we definitely do get a strong
It's
impression of what
implied.
he's like, yeah.
I don't think there was any real
Unfortunately,
He
thank
does
God.
he has more to do with drugs in the pilot than he does in the actual show.
Yeah, I always thought Angel Dust's like name had something to do with the actual drug. What was it?
Yeah.
That's why I thought he was named after her, but I guess no. There's
Proper
that. I thought he
introduction in
fucked
either
her
the
money
pilot
for drugs.
or the show, so I wish there was a proper introduction for Vaggie in the actual show. And they didn't even bother
Well, I mean, in fairness, Vaggie, you kind of just got the impression that she and Charlie were girlfriends, so that was basically her introduction in the pilot. But, you know, for some reason, the show hates Vaggie, so yeah, she basically gets nothing. Well, we do get the impression that they are we do get the impression that they are girlfriends in the beginning scene, but like it's done but like they have way more chemistry in the pilot than they do in the show.
Like I don't know what it is, but like this series treats this like relationship between these two probably not intentionally, but it feels like they're trying to You know how like earlier cartoons with this type of like relationship would try to do it extremely subtly.
They kind of did it subtly in the pilot, to be honest.
And they did it. I don't think it was as in your face in
They never state that
the
they're
actual show
girlfriend.
proper.
I don't think they ever state that they're girlfriends in the pilot. You just get the impression, and with context clues with how they act towards each other, and Katie Killjoy saying, "I don't touch the gays."
The gays. I love her.
I mean, I don't think it was in your face in the show proper either.
And the one-eyed woman that I forgot her name. They just kind of just throw them in.
I didn't realize this until after the fact. I tried to establish in my videos like who every character was when I first talked about them. I forgot to do it with Nifty because she was such a nothing character.
I personally hate her.
She's just kind of nothing. I completely forgot to say who the fuck Nifty was in either of my videos on the show.
I think nothing of value was lost.
After episode 8, and I just can't with Nifty, man. I'm sorry.
In there. No proper introduction. I also think the pilot does a better job showing the issues that Charlie has with her parents. In the pilot, we find out through her calling her mom, which goes straight to voicemail. They're hinting at some issues she has with her parents, but in the actual show, they just kind of reveal in the introduction.
Yeah, and I think I've seen someone else bring this up too, and I agree that there's not really a moment where Charlie like properly feels defeated or like hopeless. Like we kind of get that in episode 7 at the beginning, where she's like moping after the whole thing. And then Alastor comes and kind of taunts her, but like they had a much better moment like this in the pilot.
Yeah,
like she was talking about in the pilot that Lucifer was right about her, and she really needs her help. That scene, I guess, having the pilot like actually never mind. That doesn't really contradict anything because Lucifer in the series still doesn't believe in the hotel until that confrontation.
The pilot kind of suggested that Lucifer was a bit more sinister than he is in the show.
Yeah, that's fair.
Production that her mom's been missing for 7 years and that she's got issues with her dad. And I think they just did a terrible job showing that in the actual show. In the pilot, I think... Oh, hey, Winter. So personally, I feel like they did a better job introducing them in the pilot. And honestly, it probably would have been better if they actually just remade the pilot as the first episode that Hazbin Hotel and made this episode the second episode.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
But I guess the problem with remaking the pilot then is, you know, it's just like you already have it's like it probably would be the best way. But like, would people really want to like try and remake it? It's like, would it be a disservice to the original that people actually put work into on YouTube? That's like the biggest issue I can think of. Because remember, they'd be using all the new voices.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, they already are using new voices for the characters anyway.
Yeah.
It's such an odd state. It's just an odd case because like you can't really put the pilot on Amazon, but like I feel like the show isn't complete with that without it.
Yeah. 100%. Like the pilot pretty much it gives you most of the knowledge you need for these characters and a lot of like context with the relationships between said characters. So it would have been so much better for them to just release it on Amazon, but I guess they have some sort of issue with that. I mean, it's free on YouTube, like the first episode.
The pilot introduces the characters so much better to you. Like it's like, okay, we need to establish why Angel's at the hotel, or you know what he's been doing. He's like, oh, well, there's this character he knows, and then he can talk about why he's there with her. It's like, where you been? I thought you had been dying search him. Oh, I wish, but I'm at some stupid fucking hotel, and they're trying to get me clean. I got a reputation upkeep. It's like that already tells us quite a bit about his situation. We know why he's at the. It's like maybe we don't know why he's at the hotel, but we know what he thinks about the hotel. We know like what he truly thinks about it. And, you know, it's also just him naturally telling this to another character so that we learn more about him.
Yeah, it would make more sense for him to be explaining that to Cherry Bomb.
Whereas here, it feels like they're just saying information to one another that they already know for the most part.
It's a recap that's unnecessary. Yeah, like the pilot is free on YouTube.
Angel, you're a porn star. Like the way in which they get this information across is just them making like sarcastic remarks to one another, and like it's all sarcastic remarks that they get this information across, which feels a lot less organic. Why do you think I'm here? In response to Alastor saying that he can get people to work here.
Yeah, like in the episode, not episode, in the pilot, Alastor literally just pulls him from a game, and he's like, "Yeah, you're working here.
Yeah.
You're 100%." Like, yeah, because it was.
You think you can win me over with cheap booze? Well, you can.
You can. Are you kidding me? I was about to win the whole damn pot.
I also like, no, shut up. We are keeping this. Did you have 3 of his arms pointing at the bar?
You immediately just snatches Vaggie. It was so great.
Episode. But towards the end, they kind of didn't feel as all over the place when she met Adam, which, by the way, Adam, holy shit. Adam, so unbelievably annoying. The amount of times he said fuck is unbelievable. Like, you know the meme of, like, oh, this show, if it was written by Bitsy Pop and just everyone saying fuck every other second, that is literally Adam's character. It's...
I did say this. I did call Adam out for this in my first video, but honestly, by the end, Adam kind of grew on me and he was one of the most entertaining characters. But I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that, like, the other characters that just didn't get me invested into.
I do not like. I'm indifferent about Adam. I don't really care about him, honestly.
I think it also just has to do with Alex Brightman's delivery.
And it kind of, in my opinion, it kind of hurts the show when, like, there's no actual kind of distinction between hell and heaven when both characters curse like sailors from both regions.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, I believe Brim, like, you had like something about this because it was like when Charlie cussed in heaven, everyone had a big problem about it, but when Adam does it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like it's like you why don't you have a problem with one of your own doing that?
Yeah, especially if it's heaven, it's supposed to be a holy,
plus, isn't he like head of exterminations anyway?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so then why on God's green earth?
And they also
is someone in such a high position be able to, like, just do that all of the time?
Well, Hyper, when you put it that way, the other angels don't know about the extermination, so it'd be weird to them that Sarah just lets Adam, who apparently doesn't have extermination duties, curse. In fact, now that I think about it, what duties does Adam have if they don't? What duties does Adam have that the other angels know about? If that have nothing to do with the extermination.
I'm gonna guess.
Who knows?
Said, like, maybe it has something to do with the color of his wings or something, because it, like, the color of their wings can distinguish what angels are what, especially when it comes to Sarah, the exterminators. Then there's Adam with gold wings, so you would think, like, with the single pair and the gold wings, he's the most important out of all.
Or it might actually have to do with the fact that he's the first man as well that got into heaven. That might be it.
So annoying. And the worst part is that his song is actually good. They do a good job showing who he is in the song, but the actual writing isn't good at all. And I think that sucks. So overall, I feel like the episode's all over the place, but it isn't a bad episode. Like, I really enjoyed it.
Ryan, what did you like about this episode?
Daryl, this is for you, man. Thank you for never leaving your lucky chair, and always.
What did he say about the episode that was good, besides Happy Day in Hell? I'm trying to remember.
He said he liked Adam's song.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like everything with writing was just kind of bad then.
Episode 2.
He spent more time praising the pilot than the first episode.
Yeah. And we're already done with the first episode, by the way, and we got this is the ultimate review. We're reviewing the entire season. We got like
16 minutes left in the show.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sir Pentious yet again tries to attack the hotel, and it didn't work. We think he introduced to the main antagonists of the show being the V's, which include...
The V's are not the main antagonists. I don't know where you got that from. Hold on, let me go back to this, because I didn't want to have it. I didn't want to have it awkwardly pause on Pyrocynical.
Sir Pentious yet again tries to attack the hotel, and it didn't work. We think he introduced to the main antagonists of the show.
How can you even say that the V's are the main antagonists? Vox literally doesn't do anything for a majority of the season. You could.
and
Or
Valentino
just
just kind of there.
Valentino. Well,
Like,
no, Valentino is there for Angel. Like he's a pretty.
Yeah.
He's a fairly good antagonistic force for Angel.
But not exactly the primary antagonist here.
If anything, it's Adam who's the primary antagonist of the season.
Definitely.
Because like
So
Vox. Sorry, go.
Oh. So Valentino is the antagonist for Angel. Vox is for Alastor. Who is Velvet for?
Carmilla, I
Like,
guess.
She's not the main character. Oh no.
Like
Poor
Vox.
Velvet.
Vox is the reason Pentious is in the hotel. We see Vox have a pissing match with Alastor in episode 2. He basically disappears until episode 8, and all he does in episode 8 is like commentate on the battle that happens. Not even to like the rest of hell on TV, like just to himself and the other Vs. And then Velvet just disappears entirely after Respectless, because like I don't think she even has any lines in episode 8.
No, she don't.
Oh dear, damn.
And
Okay.
he's calling them the main antagonists. I don't think they even give a
boy.
shit about the hotel for the most part.
No, that was actually like a stab. Like Vox didn't give a single fuck about the hotel until Valentino mentioned Alastor.
He cares about Alastor. He doesn't care about the hotel, I would argue.
Show
He cares
being
about
the
the hotel because Alastor's in it, basically.
Yeah.
He
Vs,
doesn't
which
want the deal
include
to be struck up between Charlie and him.
Yeah.
Pyrocynical, Valentino, and Velvet.
Wow, you stole my joke there. Not cool. I made that joke well before you. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone made that fucking joke that TV head equals pyrocynical. And then
Oh fuck, okay. I didn't know I had that mod on.
They find out
okay, that was funny to show though. Yeah.
that Alastor has returned after 7 years of being gone, which causes Vox to make a warning towards him, but that backfired terribly. They then think and realize that they need someone from the inside of the hotel to give them intel, which somehow they land on Sir Pentious being the one to infiltrate the hotel.
Why do you keep saying pensions like money pensions? It's Pentious.
He deserves all the disrespect.
Respectless.
Sir Pentious gets welcomed in open arms by Charlie, and then it's revealed that Sir Pentious actually works for the V's. What?
Did he say Sir Pensions? Hold on.
This scene is so fucking
And on Sir
hilarious,
Pentious
man.
being the one to infiltrate the hotel. Sir Pentious gets welcomed in open arms by Charlie, and then it's revealed that Sir Pentious actually works for the V's. What? Angel Dust and Vaggie want to kill him, but Charlie forgives him, and he becomes a new resident of the hotel. Now, personally, I feel like this episode's still kind of
I love how none of us said anything about this song because we just don't give a shit about it.
It starts with song.
Like, yeah, it's there. I don't have anything else to
It's
say about
there.
it. Good or bad.
It's certainly there.
That scene with Vox on Sir Pentious' watch is fucking hilarious.
It sucks that Vox has no relevance because Vox is actually funny, even if he.
Yeah,
that's something I've noticed that the most it's like as much as we give Vizipop shit for like the excessive swearing, the funniest characters are like Vox and Adam who like swear excessively. And I think a lot of it just has to do with their voice actors' deliveries.
I wonder if the watch shooting electricity was a reference to Low Tier God. You should do it yourself.
Oh my god! And he's just fucking laughing at Pentious like he's not even that angry. Well, he's kind of angry, but like he's also just like baffled, like you're fucking idiot, you miserable failure. It fucking sucks that Vox is only in this episode in episode 8. Like fuck. I think Christian Borle's his name who voiced him.
all over the place trying to introduce the villains. They do a way better job here than
Introduce the villains that end up doing basically nothing for the rest of the season. Time well spent.
in the
Well,
first
ever
episode, and it's
since
starting to
episode
feel like
one.
as if they're on the right track. The characters are really cool, except for the other two Vs. I personally really like Vox, but I don't like Valentino or Velvet. I think they're super annoying. I was really surprised with the way they took Sir Pentious in this series. From the pilot, I assumed he was going to be the main antagonist throughout the show, but
Haha.
How do you think that at all? How the fuck do you look at Sir Pentious in the pilot and think, oh yeah, he's the main bad guy. He's the final boss. He's set up as like incompetent and a goofball. Why do you think he's going to be the main antagonist?
Because he has egg boys. Oh my lord.
Jesus. I mean, I know Bowser's the final boss and he uses Goombas, but fuck.
But it turns out that he's just a loser, which I really like.
Yes, it was established in the pilot that he was a loser. Why did you think he was going to be the main villain who posed an actual threat to the hotel when Alastor fucking curb stomped him in the first episode?
But the music, holy shit. You're gonna hear me praise the music throughout this entire video because the music is so unbelievably good. And just as a whole, this episode's pretty good.
Am I the only one who thinks that the match between Alastor and Vox is kind of overrated?
What?
Am I the only one who
I
thinks
like
Stayed Gone is overrated?
I liked it personally.
I think it's perfectly right. That song is heat.
Like, I guess my main problem that I sort of talked about in my video was that sometimes it feels like they're talking in rhythm and like rapping, and sometimes it doesn't. So I feel like it just kind of loses flow to me.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was just
know.
fucking love the title of the episode. It's still perfect.
Yeah, it's just my personal opinion. I just didn't know what you guys thought.
I think it's good. I think it's good though.
Yeah.
Good, it's better than the first one, but it's still kind of got similar issues with the first one. But it's starting to get on the right track, which I'm really excited to see.
Captain, ever since you discovered zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, you never stay in character anymore.
Yeah, that was episode 2. That was all his thoughts on that. In fairness, there's really not much to talk about episode 2. It's like, yeah, it's okay. I mean, yeah. I hope these characters they spent so much time introducing end up having a great impact on the show later on.
Like the Vox, like they did so much with him. Because was it the first
Vox
episode?
is charismatic enough to where you could just do another spin-off with him, honestly.
Yeah, with the 3 Bs, well, probably not going to work that well with Valentino. Now that I think about
Not
it,
with the material they give him in Hazbin, probably not.
No. Oh, no.
Well, it's going to piss off the Tumblr crowd more.
Good.
Charlie tries to continue to help Sir Pentious, which makes Vaggie come to the decision that he needs to lose his egg minions with Alastor to get rid of them, which then causes the episode to split into 2 separate parts. But before Alastor can properly dispose of the eggs, he meets up with Zestial, which both of them get dragged into a meeting with the other overlords, which Velvet's there, which is like the most annoying V out of all 3 of them. But she suggests that they go to war with heaven since there's proof that the exterminators can be killed, which is immediately shot down by Carmilla Carmine. But while all that's happening,
why did you say Carmine? They pronounce it Carmine several times on the show.
Charlie puts Vaggie in charge of getting the group to trust each other, which doesn't really go to plan. Back to Alastor, we find out that Carmilla Carmine is the one who actually...
He pronounced it like that again.
God damn it.
It's literally in the same episode where they pronounce her name.
Carmilla Carmine, the weapons dealer?
Killed the exterminator,
Yeah,
which definitely won't play a part in any future episode.
What do you mean won't play a part in future episodes? It played a part in the first episode. I know it's a joke, but like, it's already played a part.
Vaggie apologized to Charlie about what happened earlier, but then it's revealed that her strategy did in fact work, and now the gang trusts each other, and Sir Pentious gets
and all that progress happened off screen.
To keep his eggs. Yay. And it finally feels like the series is on the right track, because the first 2 episodes, they kind of felt...
This was like the worst episode of the first 4 that released. This one was noticeably worse than the others.
I would say it was mostly worse because the duet between Carmilla and
he's like, oh, it's on the right track. It's like, bro, you had this whole fucking emotional song with someone we haven't even known for 10 minutes having a duet with one of the main characters that you haven't given enough of a shit about to properly get us invested into.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
She's like, oh, yeah, I'm not crying, you're crying. Wait, isn't she like 4th fiddle? Like, it goes Charlie, Alastor, Angel, and Vaggie in terms of importance to, like, the writing.
Probably. I think it does, yeah. I guess Husk, do we count him?
I guess because he's been in a much more significant song. Maybe, I don't know. It's like probably tied between the two.
Yeah, this episode was noticeably quite bad when it came out. It was noticeably worse than the others. Charlie represents me watching this episode right now. Her face.
Yeah. I can subscribe to that.
All over the place with trying to introduce all these different characters while also trying to continue the story, but now since they finally introduced all the main characters, we can finally get a nice clear story. And I think it works really well here. Like, I really like this episode, but there are some issues that I do have.
Yeah, and we got a nice clear story, and one of those is basically a story that had nothing to do with our characters. Because we have this whole fucking musical duel between between one character we just met like 3 minutes ago, and then the 1v that has no connection to any other main characters.
Brem. We did know Carmilla Carmine. She was in the pilot. She opened the window.
I didn't even know she was in the pilot at first because she looks... They gave her fucking Hollow Knight hair for no reason. And now instead of having like these long Edward Scissorhand looking fingers, she just has like... They just look like fucking bulky. They just look clumsy and fat.
Bro, her fucking hands.
Why does she use claws? She only fights with kicks. Why does she have claws? I just realized.
Variety?
She doesn't even use her hands when fighting Vaggie, though. Does she?
Oh my god. We'll get to that fight scene. That fight scene was fucking horrid. But
Have of it. First, you know how I said earlier that I actually really like the recast of all the different characters, but there's one recast I actually don't like, and that is the voice of the Egg Boys. How did you mess this up?
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
He was okay with Vaggie sounding like she was fucking recording all her lines at 3 a.m. on Xanax and making no attempt to sing as Vaggie, so the singing voice just sounds like it's a completely different fucking person.
Vaggie's right there, like what? Oh my god.
The Egg Boys.
Out of all the fucking characters from the pilot, the one you have a problem with voice wise is the fucking egg minions nobody gives a shit about. Which, by the way, apparently the guy voicing the Egg Boys is Angel Dust's voice actor in the show, so that's some impressive range there for him.
Voice for the Egg Boys in the original pilot was so good, but here they're bad.
He also didn't have a problem with like Cherry Bomb suddenly being Australian for no reason.
They're really, really bad. But also Vaggie's story of her teaching.
I thought the Egg Boys sounded okay, like they were meant to be just dopey little things. I kind of forget what they sound like in the pilot.
The gang to trust each other, I think, is kind of underbaked. Like, I don't think there's enough there to warrant her singing a song, but it's...
You are correct. Especially not with this fucking bitch. Like, look at how fucking ridiculous her design is.
I don't, like, I can't take her serious because of those fucking hands, like, I goddamn it.
She looks like fucking Hornet from Hollow Knight with that hair.
Still kind of works, I just feel like it should have had some more time in the oven.
No, it doesn't work. She's singing a duet with a character she doesn't even know.
But as a whole, the episode's actually pretty good.
What? What was good about the episode? Did you even say?
Nah, man, it was pretty good.
I guess it was good because like, oh, we got to see our characters interact now that they're introduced, but like they botched it. And that's it. That's it for episode 3.
Oh yeah, hot honey pizza and wings from
Pizza what?
Yeah, and this is the ultimate review, by the way, and he's spending like 2 minutes per episode, it feels like. 3, maybe.
While doing show and tell, Angel Dust has to go make an adult video for his boss, who is Valentino, by the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Charlie decides to go into Angel's place of work to try to get him more time off, which does not work, as her presence makes the entire situation worse. This also causes Valentino to force Angel to make Charlie leave. A little while later, Angel goes back to the hotel and gets into an argument with Husk, which
Oh, we're not going to talk about poison? Or maybe we are.
Causes Angel to leave. Vaggie makes Husk follow him to the bar and saves him from being drugged, which pisses Angel off. They both talk and sing one of the best songs in the show. Angel accepts Charlie's apology, and that's the end of the episode.
It's the best.
It is the best, yeah.
And this is probably my favorite episode so far. It is really, really good. I like the fact that they...
Yeah, it is quite good. I have I don't have that many negative points against episode 4.
Yeah.
It's like this right here shows like the show had potential. If Vivzy and the others hone their strengths, like this is the kind of good stuff they could make, but we unfortunately don't get this for most of it.
Focused on Angel Dust and Husk in this episode because we don't really see that much of them in the show. So it's nice to see an episode that focuses on.
They kind of disappear. They kind of disappear after episode 4, except for that one scene in the club with
Barry?
That's where, yeah, in episode 6, yeah.
Them. And the music is so good. Poison and Loser Baby are some of the best songs in the show, with Loser Baby being probably my favorite song of the show so far. It's so good. It definitely helps that Keith David, who played Dr. Nefarious and Princess and the Frog.
Who played Dr. Nefarious in Prince? So you're saying Keith David played Princess and the Frog? You're not saying that he played Dr. Facilier, the villain in Princess and the Frog? Hold on.
No. The best songs in the show, with Loser Baby being probably my favorite song of the show so far. It's so good. It definitely helps.
But why is it good? What do you like about it? Like, you're saying things are good, but you're not saying why they're good, and that's what matters in a review.
That Keith David,
very
who played
easy answer would be the context around
Nefarious and
that led up to this point. But
hold on, let me.
And the music is so good. Poison and Loser Baby are some of the best songs in the show, with Loser Baby being probably my favorite song of the show so far. It's so good. It definitely helps that Keith David, who played Dr. Nefarious and Princess and the Frog, is playing Husk.
Yeah, he's saying he played the movie. Keith David, who played Princess and the Frog on his home theater. You show also out of all the shots, out of everything you could show of Dr. Facilier from that movie, why do you show like a shot where he starts to disappear into like the fade away so that we can't see him? He played Princess and the Frog.
Because his voice just fits so well with the character. Just the song is so good.
I was worried about Husk's voice. I was worried about him voicing Husk at first, despite the fact that I fucking love him in a lot of other stuff, just because he was so different. But like, no, the song sold me.
Yeah, same. I mean, I wasn't nervous because I didn't know it before, but goddamn it was so good.
Yeah, it just
now I
worked.
can't see him.
I still like have this in my playlist to this day. So yeah, really good.
It's just a good song.
Yeah. Now that Keith David's voicing him and after Loser Baby, I honestly can't see them ever. I can't see Husk being played as his pilot voice actor. No offense to him, but it's you're up against a dude who voiced Dr. Facilier. You didn't stand a chance. I'm sorry.
And the Arbiter from Halo.
Oh Jesus, that cat.
And the President from Rick and Morty and the cat from Coraline.
Oh yeah, the cat. Yeah, that's not fair. Holy hell.
He's in a lot of other shit too. I think one of his first big roles is like for voice acting was Goliath in the show Gargoyles back in like the 90s or some shit.
Playing that song non-stop since the episode first dropped because it's so good.
Yeah, he has good taste.
The only real criticism I really have is that there definitely should have been a trigger warning for this episode. Because of the topics shown and discussed in the episode, it's just like, whoa, where did this come from? There was no real warning, but I do like that they took this topic very seriously and weren't making jokes when talking about these subjects. I just wish that there was a trigger warning, because even though they have like the little warning of 18 plus, I barely noticed that. Like, you need to actually add something there. Alright, so quick update here. It turns out that they did actually add a trigger warning to this episode, which is really great to see. I'm glad that they're taking in viewers' feedback and are actively trying to improve the show. However, I feel like
a trigger warning's not improving the show, though. You're not changing any of the show's content. You're just adding a disclaimer, basically, which doesn't really improve anything, the show's quality. Because like the stuff hits regardless of whether or not you have the trigger warning. Like, it still works. Also, I love how he's putting more time into explaining stuff about wanting the trigger warning than he is about why he likes anything in the show. Like, he just says, oh yeah, I like this, it was good, moves on to the next thing.
It should have been added in way earlier than it did, like before the episode aired, because this episode had to go through so many people to get approved to air on Amazon. Like, how did no one realize that a trigger warning should be added? But as a whole, this is
a show about a fucking porn star in hell that's already sold as an adult show. I mean, I feel like the audience. Well, let's be honest. Like a bunch of fucking Tumblr people, honestly, got fucking triggered by this. So like, Vizzy Pop should have known.
I think content
so
warnings in shows is pretty fair, like valid, even if the show itself is like mature, like
Yeah.
targeted towards adults. I think a content warning still is valid.
I guess
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal if it loses it, because at the end of the day, adults are supposed to be watching that shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean though.
But
Like,
bonus points if there is one.
I guess I'm just not as like worried about trigger warnings because like I don't really get triggered by anything. I just see it's like, okay, wow, they did this.
Yeah, I mean, same here. But I mean, I think for people who like actually maybe, maybe have issues seeing that stuff, I think it's good if
Bro,
it's
people
there.
on Twitter are so retarded. They said that it was fetishizing sexual abuse. Poison was. It's like, yeah, clearly they're saying it's a good thing that Angel Dust got SA'd.
Yeah, 100%. That's totally glorifying.
Yeah, at
I
the,
would
at,
Valentino
at, the, at, the, at the
Day.
song at the end of Poison when he's just like on the balcony, like wishing to die. It's like clearly you're supposed to clap and go like, yeah.
It's like I wish that was
clearly,
me. Bro.
Clearly, the show is trying to tell you that Valentino is based.
It's
Yeah,
like
you want
doesn't tell about them, like, really
you want him to just shoot Angel Dust by the end. Clearly,
100%, dude. You want to be crying like him. Like I'm filling up my glass, but it's always hollow. That is such a bar.
I've gotten really good at telling you what you want to hear. And you're like at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like at the same time he has to do this, but it's like still a coping mechanism whether he wants to do it or not.
Probably my
Yeah,
favorite
100%
episode so
glorifying.
far. And if each episode improves on the last, this show is going to be really, really good.
And like this,
Sadly, it doesn't.
and like this is basically us telling him, it's like, hey, this is not going to help you if you do this all the time. It's like there's so many good things he could have talked about in this episode, but he spent so much time on the fucking trigger warning. You could have talked about like they had some good stuff with Charlie, like the stuff with Angel and Husk. You could have talked about that more. You could have talked about how well executed Poison was, but no. We got to move on
You could have
to
talked about
episode 5.
Yeah, you could have talked about how actually significant Loser Baby was, because not only did it bond Angel and Husk together, it also gave us insight into Husk's like relationship with Alastor and his backstory on how the hell he became subservient to Alastor, and how he's relating that to with his relationship with Valentino and Angel.
Or if you're going to talk about the trigger warning, talk about the fucking stupid Twitter controversy, how they said it's fetishizing sexual abuse, or that they said Husk was victim blaming when Husk was when it was clear Husk was trying to help him like not just destroy himself any further, and he was proved correct in the episode.
Bro, people are just saying shit at this point. Victim blaming. Alright, man.
Charlie spends all night trying to figure out why the hotel isn't working. She then comes to the decision that she
Or it could have been months, because this show likes to skip around huge chunks of time when we could have been learning about our characters.
needs her dad's help. Now, this is an issue because her dad is Lucifer, first off. Crazy.
You said Lucifer was her dad. Also, wouldn't it only be a good thing for her that her father is the literal ruler of hell? If anything, that's a good thing for her because he has jurisdiction. He has a lot of power that he could put behind the hotel. In fact, that's what she thinks in this episode.
Yeah. Heck, his power was the only reason that the meeting in the next episode was even possible.
Yeah, which is still pretty questionable to me, but you know. Hold on, I want to go back to his reaction to
Charlie
Lucifer
spends all
being
night
dead.
trying to figure out why the hotel isn't working. She then comes to the decision that she needs her dad's help. Now, this is an issue because her dad is Lucifer, first off, crazy, as well as they have some
First off, crazy.
personal issues, which was established back in the pilot as well as the first episode. But she calls her dad, and he is very excited that first off, she called him and is inviting him to visit her, which doesn't usually happen. So he's very excited about that.
My daughter wants to see me. Take that, depression.
and he's excited to visit the hotel until he actually sees it and isn't very impressed. Also, Alastor shows up, and they both fight for Charlie.
I wouldn't say he's not impressed. Like, it kind of just goes straight into a pissing match with Alastor. He likes Vaggie and all of Charlie's friends for the most part. It's not until after that happens that he says it's like, oh, I don't like this idea. Like, it won't work. They won't listen to you.
His attention, but suddenly an old friend of Alastor.
Oh, this fucking bitch! Jesus Christ!
I know.
Yep.
Appears.
Fuck Mimsy. All my
Decides that
homies
she-
hate Mimsy.
Yeah, I heard that the reason she was included is because it's supposed to be like a reference to people wanting to see her appear in the show. That's why she was saying, "It's me. I'm finally here," or some shit. Yeah, but like,
Cool, and they made her fucking annoying, so they did her a disservice.
yeah, it's like yeah, I didn't know you existed, so I kind of want you to, go away now. Like, we were just having a somewhat entertaining conflict between Alastor and Lucifer.
Like, Simpsons has a lot of side characters that have their own episodes, but like the difference is you already like those side characters in The Simpsons because you've just seen them in the background in like their jokes and whatnot before they actually get their own episodes. But Mimsy just shows up right away and fucking hijacks what should be an episode where we learn more about Charlie's family.
Yeah, and surprise, surprise, she's connected to Alastor, so it becomes an Alastor subplot.
Because
I'm here to take your screen. I'm here to take your screen time. Get the fuck out of my hotel.
Probably
Honestly.
here with bad intentions, which turns out to be true because holy shit, the hotel's being attacked. What? Turns out this old friend got into some trouble with the loan sharks as she stole $50K from them, stole their car, as well as killed one of their girlfriends, and Alastor just kills them, so they weren't really that big of a deal. However, the hotel's destroyed, and this proves Lucifer's point that he's been establishing throughout the entire episode, that sinners cannot be redeemed. But this entire incident, however...
Yeah, but it doesn't really, because Alastor wasn't trying to be redeemed. This would work if you actually had, like, a sinner who was at the hotel as a guest act this way, like Pentious or Angel Dust.
Yeah, Alastor... Well, you go, sorry.
The whole thing just feels so clumsy. Alastor just comes out, starts going demon mode. He's like, oh, see, Charlie, I was right. They're all horrible. They can't be redeemed. It's like, but Alastor clearly doesn't want to be redeemed. He said he doesn't believe in it in the pilot. He said it to Charlie's face. And he's the facility manager. And he's like, and even though Alastor told this to Charlie's face, for some reason Charlie just sucks Alastor's dick this episode. He's like, yeah, but he's still defending the hotel. How come he can believe in me, but my own father can't? It's like, he's told you that he doesn't believe in your cause, Charlie. Did you not remember from the pilot?
Yeah, it was like verbatim stated that, yeah, of course not. I just want to see these people that try to get better and fail. That's all I care about. I want to see them fall down the miserable flight of stairs that is failure.
Yeah.
Helps Charlie and her dad reconnect, and Lucifer decides to help.
Sorry, what?
She does like renege on this immediately, like in episode 7 when she's yelling at Alastor.
What was that word you just said? She does what?
She completely reneges that fucking point.
Renege?
That she made against Lucifer. Yeah.
I've never heard that term. What is that?
It's something that we used on like what was it, debate Discord. Basically like redact.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't.
I'm assuming there's a reason that word's not used as much anymore.
Yeah. But she completely redacts that fucking statement about Alastor caring. But then in episode 7 she says, fuck you, Alastor, all you care about is watching people fail and suffer.
Which, like, it's like he told you this in the pilot, Charlie, and now you're back to this. What the fuck? And like, this is literally your first interaction with Alastor after this episode. This episode's bizarre.
Her out and get her a meeting in heaven, and that's the entire episode, and I really like it. First off, I really like that Lucifer isn't like this big evil guy. He's just kind of weird, as well as I really like Alastor here.
I felt like Lucifer should have been more sinister, like Hades from Hercules, like I said in my video, because like, Hades is hilarious. James Woods' performance as Hades is iconic as fuck, but then Hades can also get really angry and actually intimidate the other characters in the movie.
Because usually he's just kind of like a unknown character. However, we get to see a side of him where he actually does care about the hotel and does care about Charlie. Now maybe in the future
It was kind of implied that he was doing this to piss off Lucifer. Because we haven't really seen Charlie and Alastor interact really at all before this, outside of episode 1.
It's revealed that he actually doesn't care. I really like the fact that they're adding more character to Alastor and making him actually care for Charlie as well as the hotel.
You fell for you fell for what he was trying to. You fell for it. Like, you fell for something that was clearly deception by Alastor on Charlie. You fell for it. Holy fuck. This is incredible.
Your face is right. Alastor's face in that picture.
It's like, oh, he actually does care. It's like, no, he doesn't. That's the whole point. He's doing this to piss off Lucifer for some unknown reason.
Oh, and also, even though I like episode 2, 3, and 4, they didn't really focus that.
What was that?
I'm gonna guess it was because it's because he's trying to separate Alastor and not Alastor, Lucifer and Charlie. Because if the
you can tell when Lucifer first arrives that Alastor is annoyed by him.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess it's because of his contract, but this is entirely headcanon. Was with what was her Lilith? Yeah. Lilith. I can't think about her.
And it's like this guy saying, "Is like, oh, Alastor does care." It's like, no, he doesn't. That's the point. You fell for something that he was clearly trying to deceive with. How the fuck do you do this?
Much on the actual Hazbin Hotel. They're more focused on other drama outside of the hotel. I don't hate the fact that they are looking at other parts of hell and not really focusing on the Hazbin Hotel. However, we're here for the
We should be focusing on the hotel, though. That's the whole point of the show.
Alright, it's called Hazbin Hotel for a reason.
I forget it's even a hotel half the fucking time. I don't even know why it's called the Hazbin Hotel. I don't think they even state why Alastor named it to that in the show. Because Charlie named it the Happy Hotel, but then Alastor named it the Hazbin Hotel at the end.
Hazbin Hotel, so it's nice to see the show kind of go back to the Hazbin Hotel. And there's really no...
It's nice to see the show about the Hazbin Hotel go back to the Hazbin Hotel when it should be about the Hazbin Hotel.
Take a shot. Take a shot every time Hazbin Hotel is said.
I feel like we never really go back to the hotel itself, honestly.
I mean, after episode, what was it, 4? Not 4, 5. No, it was 6 when they went to heaven. And they went up there to talk to the angels about it. That was pretty much it when they got back.
Yeah.
Negatives I have here. I really like the songs in this episode. And just as a whole, I think it's a really good episode. I think it's actually better than episode 4, which is crazy because episode 4...
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. That is retarded.
Oh, no.
Abort. You had something good.
Yeah.
You fucked it up. I am so sorry.
We had a good thing.
It's like,
We had a good
Rose
thing,
says-
you stupid son of a bitch. We had Masquerade. We had Loser Baby. We had Poison. We had everything we ever needed, and it all ran like clockwork. It was perfect. You could have just shut your mouth, not said good things about episode 5. But no, you just had to blow it up. You and your fucking naivety for falling for Alastor's bullshit. If you'd done your job, known your place, we'd all be fine right now.
Oh,
I feel like I wasn't 1-to-1 with Mike Ermintro, but you know, it made people laugh. That's all that's important.
Oh my. Okay, that was amazing.
It's like with Donkey. It doesn't matter if you lie to your audience's faces. You made them laugh. That's all that's important. It doesn't matter that you're disingenuous and sick your fans on people. People find your shit jokes funny.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Yeah, god damn it.
4 is really, really good. And this one, I think, is better.
Why do you think it's better, though? You haven't told us why you think it's better. You really haven't explained anything about why you like anything.
Like, other than give a general overview of the episode.
Oh, I like the song. Well, the thing is, I gave general overviews of in the episodes in my videos, but like I at least intersperse it with like me breaking stuff down and saying why I think stuff works and whether or not I think stuff is bad.
I mean, overviews is the only thing this guy is doing.
For the most part, yeah, he's just saying, "Oh, I like this. This is good." It's like, but why? It's like, oh, In fairness,
on to episode 6.
In fairness, he was doing some actual analysis in for the first 1 or 2 episodes, but he kind of just stopped. It feels like.
I could use a little help.
Yeah, there's a lot of risk out there.
I could use a little help. Save me from this fucking video, please. Never mind.
Charlie and Vaggie go to heaven, which Vaggie isn't a big fan of, which will be revealed later. Charlie goes to...
No, this is revealed in episode 5. She clearly doesn't want to go to heaven at the end of episode 5.
Court with Adam being there to be against Charlie's plan. Adam gives 3 reasons for someone to enter heaven, and Charlie shows angel dust hanging out with the gang, and he...
Actually, he skipped past, the first 7 minutes of the episode, didn't he?
Yeah, the part where they can...
Maybe he'll get to it. He's just doing it out of order. For example, when I did stuff, I kind of did it out of order. When I talked about A and B plots, I said everything that happened in plot A and then in plot B.
We'll see.
He does the 3 things that Adam gives, which proves that sinners can in fact change. Oh, and also Cherry Bomb's there. Probably should mention that. But the meeting with heaven doesn't go to...
Yeah, pretty much.
The plan, because it turns out that they don't actually know how people get into heaven. It's all...
Which is insane, by the way, that they don't know this after tens of thousands of years, why people end up in heaven.
Also revealed that heaven doesn't actually know about the extermination, only a select few do. It's also revealed that Vaggie was in fact an exterminator.
Why hide the fact that you're an angel? Just
we're gonna get the face, guys.
And the episode ends.
No, you cut it off before the retarded face.
So Charlie and Vaggie being sent to hell, and I think this is the best episode so far.
Oh my god, you say this every fucking time. It doesn't mean shit.
Every time they say something's better than 4, you have to shoot them.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think this is actually multiple videos compiled into one. He made a video on episode 1 through 4, then a video on episodes 5 through 6, and then 7 through 8. So it makes more sense with that context. But it's funny how he's like, oh my god, episode 1 is like, oh my god, I think episode 4, oh my god, I think it's the best episode so far. Episode 5 is
wait. Hold the fuck on.
What?
You said he made these videos separately.
He made these separately, and then episodes 1 through 4 were apparently a video on his channel, and then 5 through 6, and then when he did 7 through 8, he just stitched these two videos together, and then made a video around that into a full review, the ultimate Hazbin Hotel review.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck? So his entire episode 5 was 3 minutes. Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not uncommon to do something like that where you compile everything into one video. Like EFAB do it with all their Mandalorian season whatever reactions back to back in one video.
I mean that's
it's a bit harder for a review though. It's some stuff isn't gonna age in retrospect. And it's just jarring when it says, all right, episode 4 was really good. It's the best episode so far. It's episode 5, oh my god, it was better than episode 4, which, it's still fucking insane to think, but whatever. And now in the same video as episode 5, he's like, oh my god, episode 6 is the best episode so far. It's man, it's just is it this easy to please you?
Probably.
Every episode is just, every new episode is just oh, it's the best episode ever. It's like Call of Duty fans, oh my god, the newest Call of Duty with new dog models, oh yeah, this is the best Call of Duty ever. I could see the dog's nuts. Oh my god, the next one I could see the dog's nutsack shrivel in Red Dead Redemption 2 with horses. This is the best Call of Duty ever. Oh my god, now I had to sell my house for shitty ass cosmetics. This is the best Call of Duty ever.
It's really, really, really good. It's crazy how
No, this episode is not really, really, really good.
Each episode gets better.
So
Each episode does not get better than the last. It peaked with 4.
I just noticed.
It flatlines around 1 through 3, then it peaks in 4, then it goes back down in 5, and then still flatlines, kinda.
Jesus Christ, the angel's neck is fucking elongated. Fucking extension cord neckhead ass.
Oh my.
Everyone was comparing the scene to Gacha Life music videos. I didn't know what those were, and so I had to look it up. It's
Oh,
fucking
no.
shit. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. I think I might actually be more invested in like the Gacha Life music video characters than I am in anyone in the show.
Which is crazy to me.
Kind of my own
Did you
personal
say
theory
that?
is that when they started out with episode 1, they didn't know exactly what they wanted to do, but as the show progressed, they found out what they wanted to do and they got their footing, and
Well, no, they wrote the entire season before they actually made everything else.
now the show is really, really good. First off, I just have to point.
No, the show is not really, really good. It is probably... Alright, here's how I would put things. Like, when Hell of a Boss Season 1 and 2 are above Hazbin Hotel Season 1. As bad as Hell of a Boss Season 2 is. The show is not really, really good.
Still gotta watch that, man. I haven't really come back to
with
finish
fucking
Hell of a
Season
Boss.
2 of Hell of a Boss, I don't blame you. Where'd you last leave off?
Yeah. I think it was. I don't know. Oh, right. It was the one episode. I think it was the second. Then was it when they are in the real world? About and like
I hope.
fucking what was it?
Episode 5 of Season 2?
No, it was. I don't know.
It's whatever.
They were in
What?
LA. I'm pretty sure. Was it? I don't know, but it was with the daughter of. Oh God, names aren't my strongest right now.
Oh, Octavia?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Seeing
Octavia.
Stars, yeah.
Yeah,
Which-
Which
I
which
was
should
there.
have just straight up been a Luna and Octavia episode, but no.
Yeah, like I definitely had good moments, but it just felt very oversaturated with a lot of the other
Yeah.
stuff. And I also just don't like how they retconned their
See, I don't
relationship.
know
How they
with
about
Episode
recontextualized it, mostly, yeah.
one. Yeah, I didn't.
No,
Wasn't
Stolas
too
isn't
fond of that.
wrong in anything he does.
Oh yeah, Stolas was the name. Fuck. Yeah.
Pointing
Yeah,
out there,
maybe I should
I really
still go back and finish it. I don't know.
Maybe.
like Adam this episode. In the first episode, I thought he was super annoying. With almost every single sentence he says the word fuck. I know the point of him being written like this was to make the audience be annoyed by him and therefore don't like him. However, there are way better.
You don't want the audience to be annoyed by your characters. You want characters in universe to be annoyed by this annoying characters while the audience finds them entertaining, like with classic SpongeBob.
Well,
Like,
unfortunately for them, Adam,
Like classic
Sorry.
SpongeBob, he annoys Squidward, but he's funny to us. That's how you do an annoying character.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And like Moggy obviously, from Tales of Berseria.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying, Beals?
but no, never mind.
Alright.
Other ways to make him annoying, because the song that he sings in the first episode is really, really good, and it shows exactly what his personality is. And in this episode, they do a really good job showing his personality without making him super annoying. I also really
How do they do this?
Ouch.
How do they do this?
like the fact that angels don't actually know how people get into heaven, because
Why do you like the fact that they don't know that they... Why do you like this fact that angels don't know
How do
how
you-
people get into heaven? If anything, it raises a lot of questions about how the world works in this show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, shouldn't they know? Well, and like I say, in Hell of a Boss Season 1,
mean-
Episode 4, that contradicts it, because it's like, the cherubs are denied entry into heaven ever again because they killed someone. And like, other residents of
best-
heaven tell them this.
The best headcanon like theory I have is that there's the elders, or like the elder angels are the one that decides who gets into heaven. I don't know. But then again, that's never explained by the show, so we're still fucking lost.
We don't have enough information about heaven to know what to think of them.
It's like, actually, on second thought, if they don't know what gets someone to heaven, especially Adam, then why are they so against it? I don't understand.
You're thinking more about this than Pop did.
Probably.
because they show that angel dust does indeed have the three things that Adam thinks makes people get into heaven.
Yeah, but he had these things before he died. He didn't have these things before he died, I mean. So that's why he's in hell.
And he's not in heaven. I like the fact that no one actually knows about the exterminations going on, because in the first episode,
Why do you like basic information of the world building?
Like, you assume that heaven is the one that's actually sending them, but it turns out it's only one head angel that's doing it secretly, which I really, really like. I also really like...
Why do you like this? I want to know why you like this. No? Okay.
The Vaggie twist. I think that was really cool and really clever, because Vaggie's design has a giant X. At first, I just thought it was kind of like a nice visual thing.
Dude, the fucking theory of Vaggie being a fallen angel, that was like one of the most popular fan theories before this show came out because of the X over her eye.
However, it
and
actually...
also, I think it was due to some artwork of her, where they actually made her appear to be a lot more elegant than everyone else in the show, and people were like, yeah, that kind of looks like... Is she a fallen angel? Like, look at Mimsy's original artwork of Vaggie, and she just looks so out of place with the rest of the characters. Or of the demon show.
Serves her character. As a whole, I think this is a really good episode, and definitely my favorite episode of the show so far. Do any real...
Why is this your favorite? Why do you like any of this? How are you not going to talk about how laughably rushed Vaggie's backstory is? Hold on.
At first, I just thought it was kind of like a nice visual thing.
Oh, I thought it was a nice visual thing that this character just had a fucking X over their eye when the exterminators also have an X over their eye. I didn't think it was going to play in anything. You could call this guy up and say, you could call this guy up, say, oh hello, I am a prince from a far off nation. I have been disowned. I need money. It's like, oh, okay, here you go. Then you say, hey, by the way, I scammed you. Oh wow, that was really interesting. You scammed me. I didn't. I liked that you scammed me. I honestly didn't see that coming.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't know. This guy just comes off as like one of the most easiest people to fool.
Let's see what this
thing. However, it actually serves her character. As a whole, I think this is a really good episode, and definitely my favorite episode.
Yeah, it serves her character, and it's a very rushed flashback.
So the show so far.
It serves it poorly.
The only real issue I have with this episode is I wish they didn't reveal that Vaggie used to be an exterminator earlier in the episode.
Yes, they should not have done that if they wanted that to be a big reveal at the end of the show. Like you could have cut, to I think a better way to have done it was that you could have had Vaggie's backstory in episode 7 where you have more time, and then like when Charlie's gone. Vaggie opens the door, Adam's there, and then you can see that she looks distressed for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, and it sort of leaves mystery when she leaves to go to the bathroom, and then Adam reveals it at the end of the song in the courtroom. That would have been a better way to do it, I think.
Yeah.
It also would have made Adam a lot more intimidating.
Yeah.
I wish they waited till the end of the episode to do the big reveal. I thought that was a better reveal than in the beginning, but I still don't hate that they introduced in the beginning. So this isn't really a big issue I have. I just wish that they did it. You get what I'm trying to say here? I wish they waited till the end of the episode to actually reveal her being an exterminator.
Yeah, yes, we get it. You're sounding like Sonic's like a gamer repeating himself over and over.
Oh my god.
So anyways, guys,
Oh, no.
I'm gonna bring back my old intro. Not my intro from those videos. My other intro. Not my intro from those videos. But yeah. So anyways, guys, I'm just gonna. So yeah. But anyway, because of that, I'm gonna bring back my old intro.
So I've never.
So anyways, cue intro, and then it's just fucking like 2 minutes of like trailer footage with fucking Sonic music over it, and then he just puts on his some fucking shitty Microsoft Word art with his name at the end, and that's it. It's like, what does this tell me about your channel? Okay, you like Dragon Ball? Who gives a fuck? So do like millions of other people on the planet.
I hate this. So yeah, don't watch the Game Awards. I'm never gonna cover them again. Oh yeah, I'm never gonna cover the Game Awards again. Never gonna watch that again.
Game Awards, we're done.
We're done. Anyways, guys, see you next year.
So anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the video.
Alright, let's keep going.
Why was that so hard?
That's another person we gotta cover at one point.
Hard for me to say that. As a whole, is a really good episode. And it's nice to see the show finally has their feet on the ground.
He has said this for like 3 other episodes. I swear to God, it's nice that the show has finally found its footing. He said this
Shoot her
episode
right,
just
I'll
finally
shoot her
found-
right, shoot her right.
He's saying the same shit for every new fucking episode. It feels like it's like, oh, this is better than the last one. It's fine. As I said, they finally found their footing. I don't think they found their footing if you keep saying this every fucking time, dude.
And are running, and they're doing a really good job.
No, the world. No, they are not. So why did he like that episode? Can anyone tell me?
Wait, he didn't even mention the one. He didn't even mention the joke, did he?
No, he didn't.
Oh my god.
Why did he like this episode?
Shit.
I don't know.
Anyways, guys, next episode.
He liked
Yeah.
he liked the fact that the rest of heaven didn't know about the exterminations, and he liked the fact that the angels didn't know how people got into heaven. That is why he apparently liked this episode, because I have nothing else to refer to I can think of.
So he likes the fact that they're all stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, it's to each his own, I guess.
He likes that it's shit.
The episode is split into two parts. One is Charlie recruiting the citizens of Cannibal Town to fight the exterminators with the help of Alastor and Rosie, as well as Charlie trying to get over the fact that Vaggie lied about being an exterminator. The other half is Vaggie learning how to find Angel with the help of Carmilla. And I really like this episode. I don't think it's as good as the last episode or the episode before that or the episode before that, but I still think...
Oh, he finally said it wasn't better than the last episode.
Oh
okay,
my
we're
God.
getting somewhere now. The
Character
plot thickens.
development.
This is a really good episode. I like the proper introduction of Rosie. I really like the dynamic between her and Alastor. I also like the fact that we were properly introduced to Cannibal Town. It's nice to see other areas of the Pride Ring.
Why do you like Cannibal Town and Rosie? Also, Yacht.
Oh my god. No,
God.
that's some Tingy and Simp behavior there, right, buddy? Can't do
I'm
that.
just gonna say it.
No,
I'm
I'm
saying
not, I'm not like
Rosie's
Exco Solo.
full of
I have taste in my Star Rail bitches like Acheron and Topaz.
Kafka.
And well, I mean,
No.
she's just a free space. She's like a free space on a bingo card.
She has like everything you could ask for, right? I mean, I
Black
guess
Swan, the fucking
Black Swan too.
Black Swan or Pussy Jiggle.
Bro,
Fucking God.
Black Swan
Get
is
up.
like so good.
But yeah,
Anyways, Hazbin Hotel.
What do we think of Rosie? By the way, I think she's kind of whatever.
I liked her presence.
I-
It's pretty cool.
I didn't really have anything against her, but I could have done without her too.
I didn't want to strangle her like Mimsy, so that's something.
I liked her. She seemed like a good voice of reason for Charlie. Cannibal
My
Town
favorite
was just
side-
nice. Was another side of the Pride Ring. I mean, the Pentagram City. I always like seeing more like areas of the world that Hazbin Hotel takes place in.
Do we really learn much about Cannibal Town though?
Not really, I don't think so. Other than
this
it's
is
a town for cannibals.
I mean, this is entirely in the novels, but apparently, like, the reason everyone looks like that is because they want to maintain a 1930s or 20s aesthetic, and if you don't abide by that, they'll just kill and eat your ass.
And this was in the webcomic, you said?
Yeah, in the comic. I think it was the one when Alastor went to the butcher shop.
So you mean the episode where we learn about Cannibal Town, we learn less about Cannibal Town than we do in supplementary content?
Yep. You're welcome.
I
just ruined that episode.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a shit about Cannibal Town.
I mean, for me, it was just cool to see. But I would have much rather preferred.
I love how the big battle cry song doesn't even features all these random Cannibal Town people and not a majority of our main cast. Like, what if the battle cry song had like fucking Pentious? We should have had a scene where Pentious, Husk, and Angel Dust like talked about, it's like, oh, so are we leaving? It's like, no, I'm not leaving. It's like, you're not. Why? It's like, no, I've become too attached to this place or something. I would have liked to have gotten a scene like that, but no, they just come back. It's like, oh yeah, we're battening down the hatches. Like, oh, you guys stayed, nice. What a missed opportunity, but no, fucking Cannibal Town and stupid Carmilla dance number.
like 8 episodes is not enough to build up to a massive conflict. I mean,
This should have been in
if you're
season 2.
considering-
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Or at the very end of the show.
Outside of the Hazbin Hotel.
I really wanted. I don't know. It's just. I guess still the biggest issue is just that it's like way too short.
Yeah.
As a whole, I think this is a really good episode. If there's only one negative I have, is I wasn't a big fan of Out for Love. But even then, I don't think that's a bad song. But I really like Ready for This. I think that's a really good song. It's definitely not in my favorites, but it still is a really good song. And now, let's talk.
He didn't talk about the fucking... He didn't talk about the fucking world building that broke all of our brains. I mean, I didn't expect him to with the level of critique we've been getting, but still.
About the finale.
It's the longest portion. We're in for a good one, guys.
I think a lot of this is just concluding thoughts at the end. But yeah, what do you think? This is the ultimate Hazbin Hotel review, right?
Yeah, it feels pretty.
Ultimate.
Yeah, it feels pretty ultimate. Surely.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think I would consider my videos the ultimate Hazbin Hotel review, and I go into much more detail in him just for reference.
I think clickbait, Bram. You know.
Well,
clickbait.
in fairness, he didn't sell this. He didn't sell this as the ultimate Hazbin review. He just said it in his video, which I think is funny that he calls it this, just with how nothing his points have felt.
I swear, if he says Pentious' death was hilarious, was good, I'm going to lose a marble.
You have one left.
I'm going to lose my McFucking marbles. McFucking. Okay.
Basically, the gang get ready to fight and then eventually fight the exterminators, but in the process, Alastor gets injured by Adam, Sir Pentious...
Oh, we're not talking about anything before that, like the characters interacting or the sloppy seconds reprise that Vaggie got. We're not talking about that at all.
All right.
There's some good and questionable stuff in there.
Hold on. He's talking about the thing. I need to hear about the thing.
Just dies by Adam, and the hotel is destroyed. This causes Charlie to get mad, and with the help of Lucifer...
He talks about it
He
talked about it longer than the death scene.
Get ready to fight, and then eventually fight...
Well, I mean, that's a first for him, though.
The exterminators, but in the process, Alastor gets injured by Adam, Sir Pentious dies by Adam, and the hotel is destroyed. This causes Charlie to get mad, and with the help of Lucifer, Adam dies. RIP. The whole gang come together to rebuild the hotel, and Sir Pentious enters heaven and proves that sinners can in fact be redeemed. And the big plot twist at the end reveals that Lilith. I think I'm
Lilith. It's not that hard a name.
saying that right. Is in heaven.
I
It might
can't remember
possibly
for the
be
life
the
of me
one
either.
sending the exterminators, but I'm not totally sure about that. And unfortunately, I was pretty.
I think what that scene implies is that Adam made a deal with Lilith that she could stay in heaven, and Lute is saying, "Now I'm in charge because Adam's dead, so your deal with him is over. So you need to go back down there and stop your daughter." I think that's what's happening there.
Disappointed with this finale, but there are some things I did like. The song
Wait,
right? Is in heaven. It might possibly be the one sending the exterminators, but I'm not totally sure about that. And unfortunately, I was pretty disappointed with this finale.
Oh, that's a first from him, isn't it?
Let's go.
But there are some things I did like. The songs are really good in this finale. I love the reprise of More Than Anything, and finale is probably...
I felt nothing when that happened. Also, I really do not like that Lucifer face.
He looks like a chick in this scene.
He legitimately does. I couldn't remember the shot, and I thought it was a fucking edit. It's like, no, he just looks like this.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Probably one of my favorite songs off of season 1, right behind Loser Baby and Dad Beat Dad. I like that Sir
The name of the song was Hell's Greatest Dad. The episode was Dad Beat Dad, but we know what you mean.
Pentious went to heaven after he died. It's nice to see that sinners can in fact be redeemed, because as the show continued, I was starting to question whether sinners can actually be redeemed, and it turns out they can. I like the
okay. I was wondering if
You said that twice.
Yeah, he really is starting to sound like Sonic Sega Gamer. So anyways, guys, I want to see... Anyways, he proved that sinners can be redeemed, and Sir Pentious proved that sinners can be redeemed, which I really like, guys, because I was wondering earlier if sinners could actually be redeemed, But Sir Pentious proves that sinners can be redeemed. I actually really like that, guys.
My God, Prem.
I've shown you guys Sonic's like a gamer, but people who are watching this will have no fucking clue who I'm even referencing.
He's a special case,
until I get to him on my channel, either in this podcast or just in one of my videos.
He's a special case, gentlemen.
He's a special little 30-year-old man, I think.
Oh dear.
Twist of Lilith being in heaven and might possibly being the one sending the exterminators. I think that's really cool, and I hope they expand more on that in season 2. I also really
so you think a plot twist is cool? Why? You got anything else?
like Lucifer's fight with Adam. It was really cool. It's nice to see more of Lucifer because I really liked him in episode 5.
Why the fuck didn't he use portals in this fight like once? Like imagine Adam shoots a blast at him and he just uses a portal so that Adam hits himself. That would be so fucking easy.
I mean, still, I guess him taunting Adam was pretty funny, I guess. You could say.
I mean, then again, like, he could have used that super full power holy light beam on them while...
Instead of just rushing at him with a melee attack so that the Velvet Crow Claw could wreck him.
Yeah, you literally just let her activate a counter on you.
Yeah.
And also, I love the end of the episode where everyone comes together to rebuild a hotel. Unfortunately, the entire...
Why do you like it? I felt nothing for the hotel by the end, personally. Because we didn't...
I felt like
I felt nothing for the hotel because we barely saw any of how it functioned to actually give a shit about it.
We saw like one or two of the rooms in the lower level.
We haven't even seen a majority of the hotel now that I think about it. We haven't seen where they make food or anything. And now that I think about it, is there even a chef?
No.
No.
The closest thing is the
magic.
Husker as the bartender.
That's it.
Episode feels rushed. Every single scene...
Oh, the episode does feel rushed. Everything about the show feels rushed.
Except the actual end of the season feels underbaked. For example, them training to fight the exterminators happened super quickly. Alastor's fight with Adam ended way too quickly, and it was starting to get really, really good. I do like the way it ended, though.
Thank you. I hated that.
Unfortunately,
I'm okay with Alastor getting his shit kicked in, because he's kind of been too retardedly OP throughout the season. And like it just shows how much of a threat Adam
so him getting vibe checked by
my only issue was that Adam should have used the Holy Blast on Alastor like right away. I don't know why he didn't.
He probably thought he was a nobody, but then again, he was shooting it at cannibals.
But like Pentious was a nobody. Well, I guess that was a giant airship though. He was
about to get blasted.
He was shooting a bunch of Holy Blasts at like everyone eventually, like even like the fodder cannibal people.
Yeah, fair.
They just kind of cut it too soon. Adam was all
because Adam would have been too OP.
Alastor got gravely injured. He got out of there. He could not fight anymore. He would have died.
So super annoying in this finale. Like way.
If anything, I would say Alastor getting his shit kicked into the point where he runs really highlights how much of a threat Adam is, because we've seen Alastor being pretty shaky and kind of unstoppable.
It's a shame he got killed by one of the least threatening characters in the show.
Oh yeah, it really is.
Nifty. I hated that fucking death. That was so trash.
Oh, it was terrible.
I don't really have a problem with Nifty being the one to kill Adam. He was already beaten up. She kind of just finished the job when he wasn't aware.
Yeah, but it was still...
There wasn't much Adam could do at that point anyway.
Maybe it's just a part of me that would have liked to see like him being killed by someone like
else,
that mattered more and maybe had like a stronger.
I thought the joke where Nifty was on the news and she had stage fright. Like I thought that callback was kind of funny.
Oh, when she was just staring at the camera, I didn't really feel anything for that. Maybe I just really don't care about Nifty. She's just really annoying.
In episode 1, and I think that sucks because in episode 6 he was written so well.
The fuck? That hurt!
Sir Pentious' death was used as a joke.
Well, is he inconsistent from episode 6?
Hold on. He's talking about Sir Pentious' death.
Because I don't think Adam is inconsistent from episode 6 at all. Like, he's talking to people he doesn't respect, and he's not in the presence of the other angels. Like, he's gonna act a bit differently, but, you know, not to the point where it's a completely different character.
Especially against sinners.
I thought his delivery here was funny. He's like, "Oh, what? Oh, that could have gone bad."
And this really annoyed me because he's one of the main characters of the show. Why would you use it as a joke? I do like the fact.
All right, yeah,
Thank you.
I agree. I didn't like it with Polka Dot Man and Suicide Squad. I didn't like it here.
Oh,
It was shit.
fucking terrible. I hated that death. Like
It was when the show stopped being.
It's like we established
a show and more just comedy.
In the Suicide Squad, it's like, oh, Polka Dot Man, he was tortured. He's in a terrible state because of his mom doing horrible shit to him. And he finally gets to live his dream of being a superhero. It's a triumphant moment for him. Then, haha, joke, death, funny, and we never talk about him again. Really shit. I did not care for that at all.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think Sir Pentious got the better end of the deal than Polka Dot Man, though, because we at least get this where he's in heaven.
Yeah.
At least he's still alive, in some way.
Well, I mean, I guess it had like impact somewhat. I mean, since it's like
He was the first of Charlie's successes.
Yeah, exactly. That. Yeah.
I wish his sacrifice had meant more and had more of an impact in the final fight, but yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that he did go to heaven, however, the way he went out is super disappointing. Also, why did Vaggie use Dazzle to fly when she grew wings in the last episode? As a matter of fact, I don't think she used the wings in the finale, and there's multiple times where she could have used her wings. Did they just...
She did. She cut down that stupid, like, balcony and fell on, what's-her-face loot.
I think she used her wings to get up to the rooftop, right? That would have been the most logical thing.
Yeah.
I don't think Vaggie having wings and riding on a dragon is a problem, because it's like, oh, if I have a motherfucking dragon that I can ride on and take hits for me, I would do that over flying myself and like being less protected than if I were on the dragon, essentially, right?
It's a lot. It's like saying, why would I ride a horse when I can just run there? Like, bro, what?
But then again, you'd be a smaller target, therefore harder to hit.
Right. But like, if that's the case, they'd be aiming for the dragon and not me. I would still be the same size.
I mean, it's not even like it would matter anyway, because Adam has light beams that can vaporize.
Well, I mean, it didn't matter anyway, because the dragons, as soon as they grow big, they just get fucking shot down anyway. So it's like, what the fuck was the point of these stupid pet characters the whole time?
You can X that to Demon Slayer over here.
Literally one shot Dazzle.
Why even have the dragons are only a thing so that we somehow separate Charlie and Vaggie, because we couldn't do it in a more organic way. It's like in Hell of a Boss. It's like in Hell of a Boss season 2, episode 6, where it's like, okay, we have 4 characters. We have Blitz, Fitz, Crimson, and Stryker. How the fuck do we get all these 4 characters into the same space? Fitz goes to the Ring of Greed to do something for Mammon. Blitz is just there for no good reason. He says he's getting a coffee, but I don't know why he needs to get a coffee in Greed. He coincidentally bumps into Fitz by pure chance. And then the two start getting into a fight. And then Crimson and Stryker, and you know, Stryker is a mercenary, so he does jobs for tons of evil people. Crimson is hiring Stryker as a mercenary, though why Crimson is now in an office in the city when he has a mansion is a bit confusing. And then Stryker just looks out the window, and then he sees Blitz and Fitz are coincidentally fighting outside. And then he literally puts a lasso around them and pulls them into the fucking office in the building. And now all those 4 characters are in the same room. It's like, holy fucking shit. It's just fucking incredible how we got all these characters here together. It's just not organic at all. It reminds me of that almost. Safe. But it's nowhere near as bad, though. It's just kind of like, oh, the dragons are just there, so we separate the two. And we have our respective battles.
Forget her wings exist. Also, the V's added nothing to the finale.
Yes, you are correct. They added basically nothing to the show except Valentino for Angel Dust.
Just, oh, look at that, look at that, what? What's the point of them in the finale? Thinking about it,
what's the point of Vox and Velvet in the show? Aside from, like, getting the plot moving.
What's the point of them in the show? They
Oh, he says this. Okay.
didn't really do anything. They only existed so that we could have a song with Alastor and that Sir Pentious could enter the hotel. That's really about it. There was no...
Well, you're also forgetting about Velvet with the whole Carmilla thing, but you're pretty much correct.
I mean, Velvet's forgettable anyway. So
Yeah. So this is actually it's like he woke the fuck up and now he's spitting good. He's actually spitting out good points.
he learned the language of facts.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Okay.
Hey everyone, MTash here. I'm gonna point up twice at the title in my thumbnails.
Oh my.
No purpose of them being in the show. Velvet was the one that pitched the idea of killing exterminators, but she didn't do that in the finale. So why?
Yeah, it's kind of weird that the V's pitch this at the meeting, and then this goes nowhere. It's like they don't try to rile anyone else up. Like, do we know? It's not really established that they're not allowed to tell anyone else. I don't think. She just says,
No,
"Hey,
it's
let's
not.
use this to go to war." Like, how is
Yeah,
the fact
in
that an angel
Velvet-
died not public knowledge now that I think about it? They said they found it during cleanup.
Especially since Velvet is the one for social media, you would think that'd be fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
It's amazing that the people of Hell don't know that angels can be killed, especially once the body was left out in the fucking open for some retarded reason.
Yeah, and Vox is the demon for the television, so that shit would be literally everywhere if they found that. Oh
It's
my
like,
God.
are they just not allowed to because of like Overlord regulations? We don't know.
What you gonna do? Stop me? And that's
Even
the type of attitude that they would have. What are you gonna do to stop me?
Yeah.
Have her be the one to pitch it. The only character that kind of makes sense in season 1 is Valentino, and because his character is directly tied in with Angel Dust, so it's essential for him to be there. None of the other V's.
I don't really have many points of criticism for Valentino. It's like, yeah, he's just a antagonist towards Angel Dust, and the stuff with Angel was done well.
Needed to be there. It felt like as if they wanted to have him for a future season, but they didn't know how to properly introduce him, so they might as well throw him into season 1. And just as a whole,
Pretty much, yeah.
this finale was really disappointing, but the ending kind of saves it for me. Like, I don't hate the episode, I just don't like the way it got to the end of the episode. We are doing a tier.
That was probably his best analysis so far. I would say.
No, yeah, easily.
There was stuff he could have talked
Yeah.
about more, but I felt like he talked more about why he liked or disliked things in that for that episode than he did with anything else in the video.
Yeah, I mean, and they also just noticed some problems, so yeah, I think.
Like he was kind of doing that with episode 1, and then he just kind of stopped after that, and then he went back to that for the last episode.
Tier list of every single Hazbin Hotel episode, including the pilot. So let's get right into
All right, tier list review time. Let's go.
it. I have S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, as well as garbage. Now, I don't think any of these episodes will be in the garbage tier, but you never know, so I just threw it in there. There's also different camera angles.
Then why did you make the tier list? Why'd you make the garbage tier then?
You know, you see the other half of my room. Oh shit,
It's
I just realized you
episode 3,
can
I'm
see that mug. Alright, let's start with the pilot. I'm not a big fan of the pilot. I didn't really enjoy it. There's ideas that I do like, and I do like the way they introduced the characters, but as a whole, I just didn't really enjoy the episode. So I think we're gonna put it in C tier.
You're insane. You're fucking insane.
That's cap.
The pilot is better
minimum
than
A.
most of, if not all of, the first season. Like, you are insane.
Yeah, I do it. Yeah, I certainly agree. It was I mean, I saw it like after most of the show, and or was it even after all the show? I don't know, but yeah, I definitely preferred that over the final product.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, next one, Overture. I don't think it's a bad episode.
By the way, it's kind of bad to have your tier list images just be the same background with white text. It makes it very hard to tell them apart.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's all over the place in terms of what it's trying to tell, because it's trying to reintroduce the characters while also continuing the story of episode 1. By episode 1, I mean the pilot. I don't think it's as bad as the pilot, because there's some stuff in Overture I like more than the pilot.
This is a worse introduction to everything than the pilot. I don't know how you can say that.
For me, it's like you can't have the pilot and episode 1 in the same tier. Like the episode 1 is just worse than the pilot.
It's
in
worse
pretty
than
much
the
every way,
pilot.
except for the art.
It's a worse pilot. It's a worse pilot, but with new features of like the angels. Because let's be honest, the commercial subplot doesn't. The commercial subplot is just worthless. It doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, like that entire sub with the commercial, it was literally thrown away instantly because of the.
We don't even
The
get to see the
extermination.
commercial. And fucking SpongeBob, we actually get to see the Krusty Krab commercial that gives him an inflated ego.
I mean, didn't we also got to see the was it the commercial of like in Hell of a Boss? We also saw the commercial there.
That was in the pilot, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Pilot. I don't think it's on the same level as the pilot. I think it's better than the pilot, but not by a lot. I'll put it in B tier. All right, episode 2.
I don't know how you can think this. I still don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you don't even know why you don't like the pilot. I just don't even know either.
2, Radio Killed the Video Star. I think this is on the same tier as episode 1. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Episode 3, Scrambled Eggs. I really like this episode. I don't think it's S tier.
No,
I think there's...
No.
No, that was like the first episode where I basically said, yeah, this is just straight up bad.
That's garbage tier.
It's
minimum.
fucking
I'm
trash.
sorry, those suck.
They have such
The
a
only
fucking
thing
boner for Carmilla Carmine and really want me to like her, but I don't. I'm sorry. You didn't earn it from me.
The only good part of that episode was Respectless.
Yeah, that song, again, like, recurring theme, good in isolation, but once you take in the full context, kind of cringe.
Episodes in this show that are S tier, and that is not one of them. Episode 4, this is solid S tier. This is really good.
Yes, you are correct.
You better.
Relative to the rest of the episodes, yes, it is S tier.
Good. I really like this episode. It took the topics it was talking about very seriously, and the only real criticism I had when I watched it was there was no trigger warning, but they fixed that now, so that's not even like an issue with the episode now. This is a really good...
I wish you talked more about the content of the episode and how good it was, though.
Yeah.
A trigger warning.
I don't give a fuck about trigger warnings. I'm sorry. I care about
The show
writing.
takes place in hell. Like, come on.
episode. Dad Beat Dad, another S tier episode. I
No.
really like this episode.
No, this was
It's nice-
this was a significant step down from episode 4. Oh god.
So these two are probably my
It's
favorites
literally
of the
the
show,
only
so
reason
they're
for
so
that is
good.
Mimsy, in
Episodes
my opinion.
Episode
Well,
f-
actually, no, that's not true.
Episode 5 is a favorite of yours?
I like it because the songs.
Oh, I was talking to him, not you.
Oh, the thing that killed that was Mimsy. So
Right, but I mean, you at least understand why you understand why you like the episode at least.
oh, Hell's Best Dad, so good.
I mean, I like
So-
the visuals of Hell's Greatest Dad because it's clearly an homage to the genie and Friend Like Me from Aladdin. There's a lot of stuff like that.
Them more than anything. Oh, that's my favorite song. I love that song so much.
Sick.
I just wish it felt earned with what we had with Charlie and Lucifer, because it didn't as much
Yeah,
as I do like the song though.
Welcome to Heaven. I think this is another solid episode. I think it's really, really good. I like the introduction of Heaven. Adam is way more tolerable to listen.
We barely know anything about Heaven. We should have had 2 episodes in Heaven if they were going to put us here, because I feel like I don't know anything about Heaven or why we should think they're the bad guys. There's a lot of stuff we as the audience don't know fully about Heaven as to what happened.
Yeah, all we really know about Heaven is they went to the promenade, or like the fucking main, what is that place called in New York? Like the Times Square of Heaven, or whatever the fuck. A hotel, and then there's a courtroom.
And we apparently know that Heaven uprose, which is why Sarah is more nuanced and saying, we can't do this. There's like a half that you don't know. It's like we don't even really learn about this half in this season. It's like, oh, you're going somewhere with Sarah and Emily, but now they're gone for the rest of the season. Oh, this is shit.
Emily's turning on Sarah was like super fucking fast. Like
the problem is we didn't know Emily enough. We needed to spend more time with her to know who she was, how she was like, why she was like she was, in order for this to mean anything for her turning.
You know what would have been great is if they, instead of focusing on like the interaction between Adam and Vaggie, they could have because Charlie went to the zoo with Emily. I would like to see them two talk.
Yes,
Charlie
exactly.
pitched the idea of
I even disappointingly say off screen that they went to the zoo in my video because like, oh, we could have had interesting character interactions.
I gotta go, by the way. D&D is about to start, so
Is it
yeah, I
the-
wish you guys.
Is it the main
Still alive.
table or something?
That's the main table, so yeah.
We'll probably finish up in about 5 or 10 minutes if you want to stay, because they usually piss around before, don't they?
I mean, yeah, but I think it's fine. I mean, I've got the most and the gist of it, really, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean those 3 episodes being at the top. Ugh.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Yeah,
have
I'll
a nice
probably
one,
I
then.
might join in a little bit after this.
Okay. I'll see you guys.
All right.
Alright, good having you, Rappy.
Yeah, man. Bye.
Yep. Good kid.
Yeah. Good
And
taste
two,
as
then
well.
in episode 1, which is another thing I didn't like about episode 1.
All right, now that he's gone, let's talk about how ashamed he should be for what his people did 80 years ago or some shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's put in solid S tier.
Whoa. No, keep going. I'm just that came out of nowhere.
Hello, Rosie. I really like this episode too. Do I think it deserves to be S tier? No. I'm gonna throw it in A
It's a
tier.
solid
And the
B
finale,
tier.
I'm putting in B tier. Really good ending to the.
Everything is above the pilot. This is insanity. Everything
If
is
I would
above
put-
the pilot.
Yeah, because the pilot was the first thing that came out, dude. Like, of course it's gonna be worse, dude.
But the pilot was better than most of the episodes
was.
of this show.
Recency bias is a bitch.
My God, like how do
damn.
you make this list? There's some correct spots on here, but like, actually, episode 4 might be the only correct spot on here.
The episode
Yeah,
doesn't change the fact that the
3
episode
and
feels.
5 should be garbage tier.
Yes, I would put 7 in garbage tier because that has like that broke the fucking world building of the show.
Oh wait, you said 7? Yeah.
Seven,
Yeah, 100%.
7. I think 7 and 3 should definitely be garbage tier. I'm not sure about 5. I think 5 would
I'm
be
only
more like
saying
C
that-
tier.
The only reason I'm gonna put it there because if I don't count really many of the songs in there, the 2 best songs in the series, like the show, that episode to me, like looking back on it when I watched it again, it was kind of frustrating to listen to.
Mm.
It's like, okay, you now have this issue with Lucifer. That's okay. That's new. Not new. That's fine. But you then can't just turn around and say and defend Alastor against your dad by saying, "Oh, well, he's doing this for me because he actually cares about
When
my
he
vision."
told
I'm
you
like,
in
"Wait,
the pilot
what?"
explicitly, Charlie, that he was doing it to see people fail for his amusement.
Yeah, and then Mimsy. Oh my god, I fucking hate this bitch. Oh, I hate her so much.
Oh fuck, yeah.
Like if I'm only counting the songs in that episode, it's easily S tier. But like the rest of it just pisses me off.
Yeah, but at least it has good songs and like, well, I mean, I guess Respectless was a good song. I would concede to garbage tier.
Feels super rushed.
Where did
all
he put? He put 8 in B tier.
I would be generous and put it in A.
I suppose. I guess
A lot of the
good
stuff that's
parts of
wrong
it
with
were
8
the fire-
is mostly just stuff that's wrong with the rest of the show and because of the other episodes squandering shit.
After this, you should make your tier list on episodes on your own tier list.
Maybe. I mean, I don't give enough of a shit to really, but
Oh.
I kind of said what I thought about each episode at the end of the each like analysis of it.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel like putting things in a tier list might be a bit tricky though.
over the place, trying to get to
Hey,
that
my phone
ending.
is
So
too far
after
away.
Watching Hazbin Hotel, do I think the show is good? Yes. I really like this show. When I started making this review, the Ultimate Hazbin Hotel review, I had very little interest in the show. I really don't like the pilot, but I only checked out the show because I thought it had a cool premise, and the trailers looked pretty good. But after watching the show, I got really invested in the characters, the world, and the story it was trying to tell. And
how? I envy you, sir. I envy that you were able to get invested in these characters with the fucking nothing they provided for us. I envy you.
Man.
Like,
what are the characters that get
what does it
most
take for him to get invested in these characters?
A song?
Like if a character comes in and says, I just shit my pants over and over for the chorus, like, does that get him invested?
No, I doubt. He said he did not like Mimsy.
Yeah, but did Mimsy shit her pants?
She might as well have. She stunk up the whole episode. Oh, I hate her so much, dude. If I wanted someone to get their ass beat that episode, it had to be her.
I hope she dies in the next extermination.
It would have been funny if Adam laser beamed her. You know what? Sir Pentious got done dirty. I know I shit on him a lot, but it should have been her.
Sir Pentious honestly kind of grew on me as the show went on. Like, I found him funnier and funnier. I like Sir Pentious more than I like any of the female characters because they did the female characters dirty. Because remember, Hazbin is about the girls, Hell is about the guys.
Oh, yeah.
That's why all the male characters are the fan favorites, and like that's why Alastor and Angel Dust are like Vizzy Pop's favorite children. Because it's all about the ladies. Fucking Lord.
That's crazy. You have a chick that's never. I'm not gonna get into that. Let's see what
personally, I think if a show was able to get you invested, then I think it means it's a good show.
I've been holding back on this. I need to bring this up. His weird cuts are just irking me. Like I know I have cuts in my audio when I like try to record things to sound as nice as possible. But like, look how much he cuts in like these. Look how much he cuts just in these like 5 or so seconds.
Look pretty good. But after watching the show, I got really invested in the characters, the world, and the story it was trying to tell. And personally, I think if a show was able to get you invested, then I think it means it's a good show. Now, the show...
If a show invested had its own clip, you couldn't just say that all as one sentence. I know, buddy, I know as someone who's been recording audio for a while, I know it's a pain in the ass, but fuck.
Yeah, it's a huge pain in the ass. Yeah.
It's weird too because like I'm actually good at public speaking, but making sure like recording and making sure it sounds presentable in a video just seems like a different beast to me.
Yeah, that's the problem I've been having with mine. I'm talking in the video, like I can talk, during the podcast how I am right now, and
right.
I can actually like for the most part
because we're just bouncing off one another.
Yeah, I can do that perfectly fine. And then when I turn on the press record and my microphone's right here, I just freeze like Nifty.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck to say. I'm like, wait. Oh, here's my notes. And then I'm talking, and I'm hearing myself talk. I'm like, dude, you sound like a fucking dork. Shut up.
Yeah.
It's so stressful. I don't know how the hell Soul does it.
Yeah.
Definitely has a lot of issues, and it's definitely not for everyone, but I think the best way to experience this show is just have an open mind when you start it. Don't be super critical of it, and I think you won't be disappointed. But
I mean, I was willing to say, alright, let's see it for what it is. Oh, it's shit.
That's my review of Hazbin Hotel Season 1.
That's the advice someone gave me to watch Transformers.
This advice seems fucking worthless to me.
But I think the best way to experience this show is just have an open mind when you start it. Don't be super critical of it, and I think you won't be disappointed. But
you'll enjoy the show as long as you just like go in unbiased and just don't shit on it.
I'm sorry, but like when you have shit like Vaggie not knowing that angelic weapons can kill angels or do anything to them, you just lose me. I'm
like
sorry.
like
That
like
line
that,
alone
that something
blew
like
me
that is
up.
impossible to ignore. Like there's like the logical part of your brain is like, okay, no, this doesn't work. This doesn't make sense. And that's a good thing if you listen to that.
Yeah, it's like you want to when you listen to that and you can point that out, you want to like criticize that because how else is it supposed to get better? Like, I mean, I guess if you're not like fucking, messaging them, I suppose. But
Yeah.
no, like that type of stuff will bug you and hit you in the face.
Yeah.
That's my review of Hazbin Hotel Season 1. I can
The ultimate review.
safely say I am now a fan of this show, and I cannot wait for Season 2, whenever that comes out.
I mean, I can't wait for season
Verbally.
2, but I mostly just out of morbid curiosity and as someone who's made content on it and dissected the show.
Season 2, I'm really hoping that Season 2 is double or more the length of Season 1.
I'm just wondering where the
Season 1
fuck we even go from here, because they had this whole big battle between heaven and hell for the most part.
I'm gonna guess heaven I feel like heaven's gonna try to cover up Sir Pentious being redeemed, and at the same time they're gonna have to probably retaliate for after. Actually, they probably wouldn't be able to after Adam died. I don't. It's gonna have to do with them trying to cover up what happened with Sir Pentious and Lilith trying to interfere with the hotel and getting into conflict with Lucifer and Charlie.
And then the writers just hate Vaggie again.
Yeah. Like, what is he gonna do?
Vaggie's shit feels done, especially with how little there was of it.
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to talk about how stupid it was that she got her wings for training with Carmilla.
I said, Carmilla is a walking MacGuffin. Like, stuff just happen. Like, stuff is able to just happen. She gives people the tools they need to succeed, just randomly.
I really like how she had angelic bombs.
And she's the one that made the fucking problem worse for everyone else in the first place, that she's a MacGuffin for, basically.
I won't let danger in this house, but you fucking invited it here, you stupid bitch.
Well, she's the reason. The fact that she's not even like a priority target for them, or that she doesn't even think she is fucking insane to me. Because there were 4 other angels, so like we're apparently supposed to believe that they just didn't say anything, or that they just fucked off out of existence. Because like we only know that one was killed.
Yeah, like you would think that the Exorcist would see that this demon just killed one of our Conrads. We see her face. We know what she looks like.
But they apparently didn't tell their boss Adam how the angel was killed or who killed them.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, like I don't get it. And then on top of that, like, wait, why was Adam in any way surprised that angelic weapons were hurting them in the final battle? Then you would think one of his subordinates would tell him about that.
Well, I even bring it up in my video. He was fucking there when Lute was maiming Vaggie. He should know this. He should know that their own weapons can harm them.
Oh my god, just ignore it. Just go in with open mind, I suppose. What the hell, man?
Yeah, just ignore everything that's bad and it will be good.
This is what happens when you watch CinemaSins and Mauler for almost your life.
Well, no, Mauler's actually good. CinemaSins isn't.
Oh god, I'm an asshole.
Because like Mauler will actually like explain, like Mauler's videos are long, but like he'll actually like break everything down for you to explain why something is a problem. Whereas CinemaSins just has a lot of stupid fucking jokes. It's like, oh, the scene does not contain a lap dance. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I just do not care.
Understood that. What was that? Oh, my computer. I'm fucking charged. There we go.
Cinema Wins in my opinion is just as shit as CinemaSins. It's like Cinema Wins is like it's kind of weird. It's basically Cinema. He basically does like a CinemaSins ripoff where he's positive. The only thing that separates Cinema Wins from Sins is that Cinema Wins is more positive and goes over positive things. I mean, he still makes stupid jokes like CinemaSins, and he still has really bad points. but then he also has like an analysis at the end. It's kind of just crazy to think that like he's made like a living off of basically he kind of just ripped off another person's content like directly. He doesn't really put that much of his own spin on it. And like people don't target him because he's positive. But like this is what people don't understand. Positive and negative criticism, they're two sides of the same coin. They can both be equally harmful to ways of thinking.
That is a banger line.
What I just said?
What you just said. That's a banger.
Yeah, and like I know because like Muller and EFAP will often have like episodes where they'll have episodes where they look at like Cinema Sins covering a movie and then Wins covering a movie or vice versa. And like they'll say, okay, who actually talked about this better? And like they'll talk about each point. It's like, all right, they have like a point system basically. It's kind of interesting. And like, and you know, like for Puss in Boots: The Last Witch, like it should have been like you'll find that it's typically who does better has to do with whether or not the movie is good or not. If the movie is good, Wins will do better because there's more material for him. But if the movie is bad, then Sins will do better because there's more material for him. And it kind of just highlights the problems with both of their content.
I remember like most of their videos from like the Fast and Furious shit.
I used to watch a lot of Cinema Sins in high school, even for movies I never saw.
Yeah. What was it? I believe it was Rio I watched. I'd never seen that show. I only watched it through Cinema Sins.
The only thing I know about Rio is that like there's one point where the birds are like on a beach ball, and like the beach ball bounces off a woman's fat ass, and it's like, oh, that's pretty neat.
Sauce.
Maybe I can show you after this.
Are you still recording?
Yes. I haven't said
fuck.
I haven't said that the episode ended yet. I haven't said to say goodbye.
Fuck.
I mean, there's worse things you could have said. I can cut this out if you want.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hyper, you still alive, by the way?
God.
I think he's dead.
No. That or he's looking at Black Swan.
I don't with the way that pussy jiggles, I don't blame him.
Oh my god.
Have you seen how that thing moves, by the way?
No, I haven't really been. I've tried to play Star Rail like 10 times, and I just keep falling out of it.
All right. Let me just show you something quick. First, it's in my bookmarks. I got to be very careful when going to it so that you don't see the rest of my bookmarks.
You're not streaming anymore.
I am still recording.
Oh.
But like, you know, this is in the game, so it's not like, this is like it's literally in the fucking game. Just gotta get this set up here. Look at the way it moves. It's nuts. I'm gonna bring this over here.
What the hell?
It just moves like that when she like jogs.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it is. Her entire gut and crotch just like move independently from the rest of her.
That is so. That's creepy.
Yeah. But now that we are hold on, let me just stop streaming for a second. Now that
she has the cursed box.
Yeah, well now that we're on Twitter, unfortunately, I might as well just showcase how shit the Hazbin Twitter is for the people watching the podcast. The Hazbin Hotel Twitter is quite shit. It is quite cringe. The Amazon Prime Twitter as well. Good Omens, Hazbin Hotel, glad they're on our side. Yeah, sounds about right. Just remembered, no new episode tonight. Which means it's time for yet another rewatch. I am convinced that a teenage girl runs this account. This is just cringe garbage. Sir Pentious acted selfless, stuck it to the man, but he 100% stole our hearts. Already missing them so much. Now taking guesses on what Season 2's count will be with the swearing. The family that slays together stays together. Update. We did, in fact, protect Fat Nuggets at all costs. Dance battle.
No.
Alastor's missing, foe with his tail between his legs. Is what now? It's an expression. We love these two more than anything. I saw someone retweet this with Godzilla and Kong, and I think that's funnier than anything that this Twitter has ever put out. We love these two more than anything. It's just Godzilla and Kong running.
Even though you've neglected half of the fucking ship.
Mother.
One is... I mean, she is one, but...
Yeah, but I don't know why the show just has such a hard-on for this character. Charlie, a Cherry Snake supporter, confirmed.
Oh, God.
I fucking despise how the official Twitter is pro-shipping. That shit is just cringe.
Shipping
When an official product, when an official piece of media like gives into shipping, it's like just like, no, you are dead. Look at fucking Yang and Blake and Ruby. Charlie and Vaggie are ready to protect and serve.
Whoever let her go outside in that fucking outfit needs their ass beat.
Which one?
Yes.
Just going to leave this right here. I know you're an ace in the hole. Oh, what now? This dog shit got 67 likes. How?
It's funnier when you can hear their voices not reading it in your head.
I love how people have pointed out that this looks like a Fortnite loading screen with Alastor on the roof like a shonen protagonist looking up at the portal.
Epic foreshadowing since Amazon owns y'all. I would actually buy an Alastor skin, I'm not gonna lie. Is that Amber Heard?
No, I think that's Charlie's voice actress, I think.
I'm a bad person for asking that. Oh my god.
Loves flames, burn hotter in hell. Vaggie looks stoned.
Why is...
Pink hair Stephanie makes the world go round, and it's fucking purple. All of this is purple.
Hey, is that Hyper?
Where?
Nope, Hyper's still dead.
Is he... Hyper, you good?
Yeah, I thought he said something.
Oh, okay. Prepare to be shaken to your core, and like 10% of the quote retweets are referencing gacha-like music videos.
That is the funniest shit. Wait.
Wake up, new Alastor lore just dropped. It's not new lore, you just recycled it from the pilot, you fucks. You just added slightly more details.
Look at the replies. I want to see people that they say this is not new.
He's so hot. Okay, I regret listening to you, because this is the first thing I see. A man named Demon Fucker. He's so hot. Grr, woof woof, bark bark.
Snarl. It's ew.
Oh, this is his voice actor saying, so y'all just assume this bitch is a reliable narrator, huh? Yes, I keep hearing about all these so-called Christian groups freaking out about it. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought this was one of those Christian group people. That's why I had the voice on. They massacred my boy.
Yeah, look at the dark difference. That's from the pilot.
So what we've already know, the first person has pointed this out. The show is Satanist propaganda. My children keep watching the show even though I tell them not to. Please cancel this. Jason from GTA 6. Ironic as fuck. put in for new fans. Yeah, but the lore is still 4 years old.
But dude, the pilot is free.
The real reason Vaggie doesn't like heaven. Fallen angel, ruler of hell, and short king. He actually just needs the 6 wings to reach stuff on tall shelves. And yes, Alastor ghost wrote this post.
Okay, that was a good one.
Adam still.
I don't know why.
No, this is shit. Adam said 10 commandments. Let's make it 3. Good to know Charlie went through an emo phase in junior high too.
Oh, the fact that he framed that is fucked up. Damn, Lucifer.
We can't tell if this is Alastor before or after he arrives to help. You really just did like fucking 2010 memes.
I immediately thought that was a fucking school.
No, it's a meme where it's supposed to be like a little girl looking at the camera kind of sinisterly. But yeah, nobody, absolutely no one at all. Mimsy, fucking die in a fire, you bitch.
Replies. Go into the replies.
As a proud Christian father of 26 kids, wait, what? This is blatantly Satanism, and it shouldn't be promoted to young kids. Cancel the show immediately. Okay, this is nobody has 26 kids. Like, maybe they're married to Black Swan. If she pushed out 26 kids, that's why her pussy moves the way it does.
Oh God, isn't she supposed to be a nun?
Black Swan?
Yeah, is she a nun?
I don't fucking care with those fucking hips. She can be whatever the fuck she wants.
Oh my lord! What is this? It's
Barney the chicken.
Okay. It's entirely overrun by her.
Meanwhile, across the room. Maybe the quote retweets.
Oh.
Luffy walking his dog. People are mocking this account. Peter Griffin getting lit on fire.
Why does his neck look like that?
This is more entertaining than anything the Twitter has put out. Everyone's just mocking them or going on it. Pac-Man. They brought back fucking nobody tweets from like 2016 or some bullshit, which even Seth MacFarlane was saying wasn't funny. You're not him. No, they're just doing the stupid fucking meme instead of shitting on Mimsy. This is no fun.
No fun.
Right. Well, that's basically all I got. I guess that's the end of the. That's it. You got any final thoughts on everything we've been through in that video?
Well, I mean, without sounding like a broken record, the issues that I have with it are just pretty clear. It's way too fast-paced. The character moments don't really have any weight behind them because there's typically no build-up around them. Vaggie. And it feels like they focus more on Alastor than pretty much any other character in the series. Maybe
and Angel
sometimes
Dust.
With Angel Dust. Yeah. It's honestly like the series could have just gone way better if number one, the pilot was the first episode and it kept going on then.
Mimsy Pop clearly cares more about Alastor than any other character, it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
Except Angel Dust.
Yeah. Angel Dust and Husk now, I guess. After
I saw someone bring this up on Twitter. Alastor's kind of a mess of motifs. He's got voodoo. He's like, he has radio. He has black tentacles as a power for some reason. He can grow large for some reason. He has a shadow that is living for some reason. He's also a deer. He's also like a deer demon, I guess, for some reason. On top of that, and he's a deal maker. It's like it's like Mad Libs almost when you really think about it.
Yeah, I thought he was inspired by like some like animal called the Wendigo.
Oh.
Yeah, the Wendigo. That's what it's called. It just look up a Wendigo. That's what his that's the sound that he makes every time like he transforms.
I see. Still, stuff like the tentacles and the radio stuff is a bit odd to put in with that.
Yeah, I don't get that, but I understand like the shadow in the back. That's like the Wendigo avatar.
I see.
Like I can even send you one that looks exactly like it.
Yeah, maybe. And the thoughts on that guy's video, though?
I mean, I'm gonna say this: most of his takes, he just said he liked a lot of stuff, but he didn't really go into detail on why he liked said things.
Not
And
really,
also
no.
his ranking video at the end. I'm sorry, like you could take that entire ranking video except for episode 4 and flip it on its head, and it'll be pretty much perfect.
Hmm.
Like episode 4 belongs in S tier. Pretty much, I would say, what was it, 3, 5, and 7? I would probably put 3 and 5 in garbage. 7, 7 in garbage as well. 4 and the pilot is an S. I'm gonna have to probably see the whole fucking list again.
I just saw someone tweet, it's actually impressive how we get the best and worst sapphic couples in little under a month and a half, and one of the pictures is Charlie and Vaggie.
Yeah, because like, I'm sorry, but go ahead.
I think we know where Charlie and Vaggie in between best and worst in this description.
Let's see. But like, so what are your thoughts pretty much on it? I know you already did like a couple videos, but you want to give like a Spark Notes version of those 2 videos?
Everyone is right. It's too rushed. There's good moments in isolation, but with full context, shit falls apart, and it's really not that impressive. It's good in terms of spectacle, but in terms of substance and writing, it falls flat. And I am someone who cares the most about writing and substance.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would just say I agree with most of that. Well, pretty much all of that, because that's really the most obvious and shown the issues with the show. So
yeah,
that's pretty much all I have to talk about with Hazbin Hotel. I'm really hoping that the second season is not only learns from the first season's mistakes, especially hearing all the criticism for some people and not just taking in all the positive ends of the fan base. They actually listen to what some of the criticisms are with the pacing, the character moments, and the relationships between such characters. That's it. That's me personally.
Yeah. And with that, I think we're gonna end the episode. Any last words you want to say before? Not threatening your life, but you know.
Well, thanks for tuning into the podcast, and thanks for having me on.
Of course,
it's actually
yeah.
my first time.
We've talked plenty about it. I feel like you would have wanted to see the ultimate Hazbin Hotel review, as someone I've discussed with on the show extensively.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. It's my first time ever being on some sort of like live stream or podcast of any sort. Yeah. So interesting.
I always find this format fun as someone who's watched EFAB for years.
Mm-hmm. So it's just, yeah, but thanks for having me on.
Of course, yeah.
Pretty much all I have to say. It's been experiences.
And to everyone else watching, like or dislike, depending on what you thought of this. Share your thoughts in the comments below if you want to see this format more. Subscribe if you want to, and have a good day or night.